Okay, Soon's McCree's been phenomenal lately. No surprise there as he's going to go onto that. In fact, I do want to actually take a peek at what he can get done early. You know what, actually? Let's see what Kib wants to do. Kib is just admiring himself on the Roadhog spray. So we'll just fly around here. Soon on that McCree, Nevix is going to play the offensive Roadhog, Rib on the offensive Reinhardt as Nevix rolls around up top looking for a pick himself. Zebo is going to be on the Lucio. Hidan will be on the Zenyatta. And Crew rounds it out on Zarya. So similar enough compositions, Roadhog being very popular again as of late just because you get those entry kills. You can really make a fight one-sided just with the ability of Hook right off the bat. But this Discord Orb is going to be really interesting, but Kib, no worries about being discorded. Pulls in the opposing Roadhog and takes him down immediately, dodges that charge, and then the combo comes through from Kib. Kib taking down Rib, says, I am the YB, how dare you, sir. Now just on the cleanup, hits another hook. Kib on an absolute rampage, takes down a fourth. Kib single-handedly winning that fight. Of course, nothing single-handedly in Overwatch, but wow. Pretty strong Roadhog defense. And God, look at these ults. They did so much more damage. Valataja, Morte, Kib, all with ults up. Winghaven about to have a great opening fight for Reunited. See if Nevix can bring him back here. Actually not. You know, I'm going to stay on Kib. He's done too much. His spray work is just off the charts. Misses that ultimate though, but Winghaven is going to come in with the nano boost, trying to take down a couple. He is just flying back there, swinging the hammer. Takes down Nevix as well as they continue to clean up. Rib runs as far away as he can. Run home, Rib. Run home. Yeah, another very strong fight for Reunited as they seem to have a handle on Gibraltar first point defense. Did not even have to use too many ultimates. They did use Morte's nano boost, but that is not that big of a deal. Soon decides that McCree is not what he wants. He's going to try to get some backline pressure and probably open up the front for his team as he looks to get around back. They do spot him. He dodges an Ana dart early in here, though. That is a big jump in as Rib did switch off as well. Rib off onto the Winston now instead as this fight in the server room is going off. Soon did take someone down in the back line as they continue to come in here, but Kib with another kill onto Nevix, who also switch on Agendi, so a complete retooling of the composition. Graviton comes in, only grabs a couple. They did get the sound barrier off, I believe, so Zebo's going to stay alive, but Crew not long for this world, and now the chase takes down both of the support players for Misfits. Misfits not looking great here, and also they're going to have the ult disadvantage, mostly because they switched different heroes and compositions. So Nevix is going to be far away, Rib going to be far away. Soon and Crew could get this big bang combo going, but Cruz is going to be the man as soon as he gets Graviton, and he's going to jump into the Graviton and try to sound barrier keep everyone alive. So we don't give Lucio's enough love. Let's see if Cruz can keep his team alive from the incoming combinations.
Let's break it. Damn!
Preemptively does it, yeah, and then Graviton comes up right after. That should keep everyone nice and healthy. It does. Nice play there by Cruz as he is keeping his team healthy. Kib keeping himself healthy as he tries to take on this Tracer. What was that hook? Gets behind him and then pulls her behind him, so not great for him as Soon takes down Kib. Hidan adds in a couple kills. The Dragon Blade is coming out from Nevix. He does get a slash in early, does not find any more targets as most people are dead. That Tracer being very, very annoying. The rewind going to happen. He cannot find her just yet, but Soon takes down Valataja in the back line. But they did stall out enough that they might be able to come back in here and fight on this point if they so choose. They are going to fight this point. They decide that they're in. There comes the nano-boosted Reinhardt on Winghaven to try to slow everyone down. They cannot really give up that much ground on this card, though, because it is so close to finishing. Winghaven does take down Rib with that charge, and then he's going to bring it out the finish. Winghaven Discord trying to come in. Hidan with a nice transcend should keep everyone nice and healthy as they try to continue this fight. Soon with the cleanup now as he takes down two. He's looking for a third, trying to out-trace Valataja. They're not going to need it though as Valataja goes down to Zebo in the back lines. Now Soon just trying to charge up his pulse bomb. That is a dangerous gambit trying to bait in Kib. He got away once without getting hooked. Trying to go for the second time was a mistake. But look at this switch up again. Now you've got Crew who's going to be on this Reaper. Really nice transition here from Misfits. They have realized that they have problems with certain compositions, and they've made adjustments to it. It's worked out for them. The sound barrier is going to come in, so that's going to mean that Crew is going to have a hard time taking down these giant targets. He does want to take down Kib here, Nevix though with the Dragon Blade yet again. Nevix coming in, but he does get a ton of damage taken on him. Not enough to slow him down, as even with 50 health, he comes back in, takes out 2, takes out a 3rd. Nevix on the Genji is giving them fits right now, and it looked really bad for their first couple pushes, but as I mentioned, Misfits is making the proper adjustments here and looks really good through this shuttle phase. This is where you want to be on shuttle, poking them out through this doorway, making them have to slow down through this door. Soon's going to try to get a nice pulse bomb. He does miss the stick. How did that miss the stick? He gets the consolation prize and Cruz in the background, though. That's really nice to start it off. You wanted at least one of the supports. Did find Cruz there, so Nevix also getting some kills, and Soon bullying them out. The Earth Shatter comes down, but a little too late, as Voltage is the only one left alive on this point. He does take out Zebo, but he has his life for it. That is a beautiful shuttle phase from Misfits, and they've just completely readjusted their strategy. It's looking great. Kib finds himself in no man's land as he gets taken out after that forward spawn. Not great for them. Soon was toying with the idea of going far forward. He would rather just hang out with his team. They want to keep eyes on the opposing team and just get as much poking as possible without dying. He would love to have a pulse bomb up as soon as possible, but they don't really need it to combo with anything. Everyone with their ults up, though, on this Misfits team right now. Crew is looking to get up top. He did get spotted out, but he's got his Death Blossom up and in great position. Here comes the Dragon Blade, though, from Nevix, trying to get in. He does dodge a Pulse Bomb, able to take down Unfix with the help of Crew. Transcend comes a little late, but it's no matter at all. Keeps everyone healthy, heals everyone up. I thought I missed a Death Blossom. Was not a Death Blossom at all. Crew just left clicking and showing up in the kill feed. And now, that's a really cute teleport. I think Ana saw him, though. No, she didn't. Really cute from Crew. They're going to lock down this door anyway, just with the Primal Rage. But as soon as they bust out of here, it's going to be the Death Blossom right on the door. Crew takes down Cruz. That is a closeout. 147 left on the time bank. As bad as it looked early on, they made beautiful adjustments compositionally, and Reunited had no answers once they started going heavier on DPS. A nice adjustment from Misfits there. It lets them finish out that map with a $147 left. That's great to see, because a lot of these compositions feel like they're getting a little bit stale and everyone's just running the same thing over and over again. It's beautiful to watch a team make mid-round adjustments like that in the manner in which they did, rolling through with all sorts of different heroes. Nevix is just playing a phenomenal Genji lately. We saw it yesterday as well, that his Genji is just top tier and on point. He was out Genjing people constantly, so switching into 3 DPS I think caught them off guard, and then no real adjustments or answers came out of this Reunited team as they continued to run a very similar composition of what they started on. So really well played by Misfits. We'll see what their defense has here as they roll out. You know what, Crew? You should leave spawn with this, Crew. Crew, do it. Do it for everyone, Crew. Aww. Well, still a little bit different at least. They are still running triple DPS, and their double support does not even include an Ana. So if you want to keep an eye on a team that's not necessarily dependent on the Ana, then definitely keep an eye on this Misfits team. They have not really run it the last couple days. Hadan, I don't know how comfortable he is on it. Of course, he is a newer member to this team, as I talked about earlier. He's been playing mostly Zenyatta. He's been playing a good Zenyatta. It's been fine. So maybe they just feel that they have to play around that. I don't know, but this triple DPS has been good for them. They're not necessarily ones that are locked into this triple tank DPS or triple tank composition, and it's worked out really well for them. They're going to stick on triple DPS. The difference is that Soon is off of that Tracer, playing a more defensive DPS in McCree. But on the rollout, we do want to see if Kib can get it started. Kib just chilling out. We're going to keep the camera on Kib every pregame, because if it sprays or sits, he has got it going on.
Genji is within you.
Well, Kib does switch. Kib switches to Genji at the last second here, and is going to get his rollout on. So no real early pressure here. They're going to hold kind of in, well, actually, it's not even hybrid defense. It is high ground defense. No one even keeping eyes on the server room. Maybe that is going to be Rib over there, who's going to be the one trying to watch it, though. But let's see what Kib can get done here on his early poke. He's going to see a lot of Genji versus Genji battles. Nevix has been out Genjiing the opposing Genji lately, though, so we'll see if that ends up coming into play. Kib going to the back line here. Gets a little bit of damage done, but is he going to be able to get up top? Oh my god, he gets so low. He does get a pack, though. I have no idea how he lived through that. Soon, meanwhile, is getting some shots down, completely unopposed. Now that, yeah, now he's totally fine. Now that Kib is down, he's just going to sit up here and poke anyone that comes through. Killing Kib really puts an end to that defense, or that offense, rather, because they have no one to get up here. And you can't leave these two up here. You just can't. So Winghaven on his Winston is going to have to go in. I would imagine they try to do a dive comp and get Winghaven and Kib in here together. Easier said than done, though, as they're both going to have to roll up through top, and that's where Nevic's keeping an eye on. Really, the best angle to come in from your Winston and Genji is right here, but you're going to be pushing in 2v3. So Valtage is going to go around the backside, maybe try to get some poke in on them as he looks to, well, now he's just going to try to poke away. They do need to deal with this high ground, though. That is Valataja. Yep, exactly. Winston comes in up top as well to help out Valataja. That was a nice call for them, but Crew was standing up there waiting for Winghaven on the Winston, so they took him out immediately. The dive did come in, but just not coordinated enough. They still had to fight that 2v3. Not looking great for them. Valataja is going to try to get some damage done on to this Winston, but he is going to get healed up. Rib takes on Morte in the meantime. Valataja all alone has to back out. He has no one alive. Now, we are entering the ultimate phase of the game where they could use this dive composition to greater effect. Get the Dragon Blade. Get the Pulse Bomb. Winghaven's got his Primal Rage, but they do need to deal with this positioning up here. They have to deal with it. Graviton's not going to be any good because they're so spread out right now. Don doing some work, but I did mean to get over to Soon, as Soon takes down Valataja. That is one way to stop a dive composition immediately. How are they going to deal with this high ground? How are they going to deal with anything up here? They have had no answers for it. They try to send in Winghaven and Valataja together on it. Did not work. Maybe Unfix can pull them off of the ledge with his Graviton, but we're about 5 ults on both sides here, so a lot of Qs about to be slammed on the keyboard. I really do want to see what Winghaven has in mind. Are they going to be able to get to that back line? He needs his DPS to go with him. They need both DPS to go with him, in my opinion. Kib and Valataja have to follow wherever Winghaven goes. He's going to be the initiator. He's going to go in the back line. He's going to try to put down the Zenyatta, but it is Crew who has different ideas trying to get down. Now they do transcend into this. Now here comes Nevix on the Dragon Blade. Still going. Crew with the Death Blossom starts that off as well, and they just got more value out of their ultimates. They did have to use most of them, though, but Nevix able to get in on that Dragon Blade while they were transcending, and it was just a really nice, you know, deal with the dive. Winghaven came in, but they've got a bodyguard on Hidan, and you Discord a jumping Winston, then you have the Reaper right there. That Winston either has to get out or just martyr himself and die for the cause, and not working out great. Nevix gets some nice poke in, has to get out of there though, but does put them in a weird position where they have to drop down on this. The sound barrier comes out for the offense here. Now you need to see a couple kills after you use an offensive sound barrier like this. Morte does take down Soon, which is nice for them, but the sound barrier has now faded. It is Valataja in the back line trying to deal with this. Morte taking down Soon was nice. Nevix takes down Morte in turn though. Kib has Dragon Blade at the ready. Here it comes. Dragon Blade coming out. They need a lot out of this. A double kill on a single slash from Kib takes on Zebo and Nevix. That's exactly what they needed. Can they get more from this? It is just Crew alive. He does get the Transcendence Orb, so he's going to bully them up, but Unfixed, meanwhile, has been doing work in the back line. That Pulse Bomb comes in late to bully them up the point. He gets Soon on that as well. It came in preemptively of the Graviton. No need to actually hit that combo, but they are still alive on the point. Nevix trying to bring this back for his team as he busts out his own Dragon Blade, picks a target in Winghaven, which has a lot of health, but is able to take down both supports. Nevix on his Genji, absolutely crippling this team. They are hamstrings now with no supports. All damage is permanent as they continue to scatter around. Unfixed taken down by Rib because there are no heals. Valataja in Winghaven, you have to imagine, are not long for this world. Hidan takes down Kib, who tried to dive him in the back line, and that is going to be a hold, but it's overtime now. They first hold. Misfits running something really cool, and right now Reunited does not have an answer for it.
0-3.
They just had no answer for the high ground. They tried to get in a couple times. Some decent ultimates came out there, but really they just could not work the dive composition to full effect. They were trying to get to the backline. Hidan played a really nice game in his self-defense game, but had his bodyguard in Crew, so Winghaven never was able to bully them out of the high ground. And Nevix went absolutely crazy, as he's been playing just a phenomenal Genji lately. Down to 50 HP sometime during that Dragon Blade, ended up with 3 kills, and that is Gibraltar going to Misfits early. They were up 1-0 in this set, and it was a map that they beat Reunited on not too long ago. Our next map, I believe, is Nepal, if I'm reading the order correctly. So Nepal, then Route 66. If we need a 4th and 5th map, we're going to be running the Assault mode on Anubis and Hanamura. Wow, Misfits, I just really like what they're doing compositionally. Like, they came out pretty standard, and then they switch it up. And then the high ground defense they had no answer for it, and they tried several times. There were some great individual duels. Soon taking down Valataja on probably the second or third push that they had is absolutely pivotal, because Valataja was trying to combine with Winghaven to get to that top, to get that damage in and help out his diving tank, because you can't do it all alone as Winston. It's simply impossible. You need to send at least one DPS there. But as Soon found him, flashbang and headshotted him on the side, it completely stifled that push. They were forced to go in anyway, kind of undermanned and underpowered in non-ideal circumstances, and they were just wiped up every single time. Hadan stayed alive most of the time. It's because Crew's great positioning there kept him alive, but Hadan also with his great self-defense on his own. So we're going to be heading into Nepal. Unfortunately, our Russian caster says, wait a minute, please. We have some tech troubles, but we will wait for our Russian counterparts. It's a European tournament. I'm just kind of intruding on their tournament here. They're letting the English cast this, and we appreciate them for it. So Nepal will be our next map. That is confirmed. We will just wait for Sleep to work out his tech troubles, putting the E in esports. Well, while we do have a moment, I want to thank both Lenovo for sponsoring this tournament and WePlay TV. Without them, it would not be possible. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, we do have the grand finals tomorrow. The loser of this match will have to play tomorrow against Ninjas in Pajamas, which, regardless if we lose, they should be a good one. These are the three teams left that you'll see tomorrow. Ninjas in Pajamas, Misfits, and Reunited. Whoever wins this is just going to be sitting up top in the winner bracket, waiting for that lower bracket to complete, so they will only have to play once tomorrow. The loser of this has to play twice tomorrow, if they can even get through Ninjas in Pajamas. So tomorrow it is lower bracket versus Ninjas in Pajamas, and then the grand final. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. I think we're starting at the same time, but you know how you can really know when we're starting tomorrow? So you follow that guy on Twitter, because he'll tweet it out. I don't know who he is. Pretty cool guy. And then also make sure you're following this channel, and then you get that nice email that says GosuTV_Overwatch has gone live, and we're going to be bringing you the finals of Lenovo tomorrow. Then, of course, on Saturday, we have the GGNA finals from last week that we have to figure out and get done because of some server issues, because DDoSes. There was a DDoS yesterday in all the Blizzard servers again. Like, Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone were affected as well. Like, come on, jerks. Why are we going to be jerks, you know? There's no way to live a life. DDoSing. There's no way to live a life. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. We're just waiting for our Russian casters to get their tech issues sorted out, and then we'll get right into Nepal. Alright, yeah, and while we have this, I do have to fix the overlay. So, perfect. I need a minute anyway. Boom, nailed it. Boom, nailed it. How does he think and talk at the same time all the time? I don't know. It's good that I don't have to chew gum as well, because I think that would be overloaded. I'm American. I am American. I'm Chicagoan, Illinoisan, Wisconsinian, and American. Not Wisconsinian anymore. Although that is where I was raised, in the good old Wisconsin. I should go visit soon. That's where my family still is. But, you know, I moved to Illinois because I like the city a lot, and it's not too far away from family. Family's important, all that, but let me check my phone here. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, so I give props to the Reunited social media manager, and so he tweeted out that I'm amazing. Thank you, Default. Much appreciated. I will give you some love on that tweet. Very much appreciated. We are getting back into game here as our Russians have worked it out. And we should be starting here shortly. It is Sleep with his hand on the button. Remnants of the Cold War era, as the Russians with their hand on the switch. Come on, Sleep, you can do it. Sleep's been great, though. He's been getting all the lobbies together and inviting me to all the lobbies. Much appreciated. So this is going to be the second match, or map, rather, between Misfits and Reunited. I'm pretty sure my overlay is correct. Yes, it is. Misfits is up 1-0 as they just took Gibraltar, And they didn't let REUNITED capture points on Gibraltar. Now, REUNITED can't be too surprised because they did lose to Misfits on that map earlier. But in the King of the Hill, these teams played against each other, which was Ilios. It was also Misfits taking that map earlier in the week. So, we are on Nepal. We're going to jump off on, I believe this is called the Sanctum stage early on. And, you know, when it comes down to King of the Hill, you're going to see two things on both sides almost all the time. But this Misfits team has been surprising me as far as the compositions they want to run, because right now, no Zarya from them.
My ultimate is charging.
What I was going to say is you always see Winston, you always see Zarya, you always see
My
Lucio,
ultimate is charging.
and you always see Zenyatta. Lucio, Zenyatta, and Winston on the side of Misfits, but they are throwing Crew in, for the moment at the very least, on this Reinhardt. Now, Crew does play the Zarya for them when they do need a Zarya, so it'll be interesting to see what they want to roll with there, but a little bit of a wrinkle. You do see Reinhardt on occasion on King of the Hill, but not very often. There it is, back to good old standard. So the difference on King of the Hill compositions generally comes down to the DPS players. Right now, Soon is going to be on Tracer, Nevix will play the Reaper, and Kib is going to be on Genji and Valtaja on the Tracer. So the difference is a Genji versus a Reaper. Gonna watch Soon here early on. His play has been great early. He does combine with his team to get a couple kills. Now he's got Valtaja in his sights, trying to out-trace Valtaja. Has pack control in that room. I love these one-on-one Tracer fights, so I'm running the camera. I get to control the show. It is Soon winning that 1v1 against Valtaja, mostly based on his great positioning in pack room, able to heal up in there. Not so much that he needed the heal, but able to deny Valtaja the heal in there as well. So now they're going to be on the chase. Not long for this world is Kib as he jumps off the ledge, and this is not the position you want to be on King of the Hill or on this stage in particular here. Trying to enter in is brutal. Now Valtaja comes in with the help of an orb, so he's going to be taking on Soon. Soon now gets the orb as well, so we're down to Tracer fights here. It is going to be no ultimates up just yet. Riv almost has his, though, and that can be highly impactful as Primal Rage is so good on this map. We're going to see Riv, oh my god, the three-person cleave. He's doing so much damage early here. They get the cleanup, too. Riv is going to pop his Primal Rage to keep himself alive. He does punch Kib to death. Misfits is absolutely dominating this map by their unfixed. Have a nice trip.
My ultimate is charging.
So yeah, that Primal Rage did come into effect, not necessarily to knock everyone off the cliff. He just wanted to stay alive. He'd done so much damage on the initiating cleave that they got the cleanup there, wanted to make sure that they eliminated the rest of it, got a full team kill. The kill on unfixed was nice, but not necessarily crucial. They're going to be able to get this Graviton here, but they get Graviton themselves on the way in, and that Pulse Bomb comes in. They are cleaving the heck out of that giant ball of meat in the middle. Meanwhile, a sneak attack on the point, that must have been Valataja. I really dislike when teams do that. There's a lot of times that teams will send one person back to the point. No one's falling for it. No one's going over there to try to deal with the point. And even if you take it back, you're going to die immediately. In the meantime, you're leaving your team to fight without a player advantage. So I think that there's a better option there. The Transcend is going to come up, try to keep everyone nice and healthy. He does a decent job of it, but the Pulse Bomb came in, able to take down two. Nevix does Death Blossom here. Hadan trying to keep his own self-defense up, not for long, as they do clean up most of that. Nevix, the only one with a couple kills there. Primal Rage is going to come off from Rib to just try to stall out this point. They want to get up to 99%. That is their hope, so that they only have to win one more fight. That's exactly what they're doing here. Rib does stall it out good enough, so that is nice for them. They don't necessarily have the re-engagement ultimates. They are still fighting on this point for some reason. I'm not sure that this is the best choice for Misfits to try to win this map. They are at 99%. I think they could have regrouped there and just waited for the next fight, but they do end up throwing some bodies into there. That's the reason I don't like it, is because now they just fed some ultimates, and those ultimates are going to be unfixed on a Graviton shortly. Morte is going to have Transcend, so they didn't necessarily need to do that. That was over. I didn't mind Rib stalling it out to 99, but the last couple of deaths were a little bit odd, to say the least. Alright, so they're just holding point right now. Unfixed trying to get up to his ultimate. The Sound Barrier does come up in the offense. When you use Sound Barrier offensively, you need to get a couple kills out of it. They do not. Winghaven knocks off Hadan immediately. Unfixed gets his Graviton in, and that is going to be no actual follow-up. He tries to do it himself. A nice leap in late from his own Winston, but Unfixed does end up going down. Soon still alive, and even though they didn't get the kills they wanted immediately off of that Sound Barrier, it did get them a positioning and advantage they are going to have full on this point. You're going to see a Kobe attempt on the Pulse Bomb here. there it goes on to Morte. Morte transcends right out of it, but a nice shot at the very least from Soon. That is going to be Misfits taking stage 1 of Nepal, and they have looked the better team so far.
1-0.
Soon played a great Tracer there, Nevix with a couple of decent Death Blossoms, but I will give a lot of credit to Rib, who I've just been really loving on the Winston lately. He gets so much damage in there. Maybe he's not showing up on the kill feed as much as you expect, but a good Winston is never going to be like top in a limbs. Well, maybe actually, but he is always just going to be softening everyone up, and that's exactly what Rib did. Soften everyone up with his golden Tesla gun. Now this is a map that you're going to see Winston jump in almost immediately, and really it's Winston versus Zenyatta early on in these fights. So it's going to be Soon and Winston. Soon and Rib jumping in as the Winstons pass each other in the night, trying to help out Soon in the back line. They absolutely do work back here. Cruz is getting absolutely bullied out, but Soon has his focus elsewhere. That focus was on Winghaven, so now they are without a Winston. Cruz is going to be pushed out again by this Winston. That chase is so strong. Rib is going to die for it, but he takes down both supports, giving his team a nice advantage. It's only Unfixed on the point, and Nevix has him in his sights. Nevix eats his soul after they eliminate Unfixed does Soon, so really nice jump in and pressure from the back line. Rib and Soon early on able to take out both supports, not necessarily killing Cruz in that fight, but taking him out of the fight. Soon does die as soon as I switch to him, which is probably my fault. Sorry, Soon, for cursing you to a short-lived life. Rib still just pressuring on the point. They're holding this pretty well. Kib is trying to get in the back line and get some... Well, he was trying to get in the back line. He got pressured out. So we'll see what Valataja has in mind for this Pulse Bomb. Pulse Bomb actually just went in, actually hit nothing. Valataja getting pressed out a little bit, but Kib does get in, gets the friendly bubble from his friend, and now they are piling on the kills. Rib is going to be discorded and pushed down. Even that Primal Rage should not save him as they just completely focus down Rib. Reunited bringing this back in a big way, because look at all these ults too. They are loaded for bear. Almost all 6 ultimates on the field for this Reunited team, and they could get a myriad of combos at the ready. Unfixed is going to be dropping this Graviton at any second. It's going to be Unfixed and Valataja trying to hit this combo here. There goes the first part of it. There's the Pulse Bomb come in. Pulse Bomb does come in, and it gets 3. Valataja doing his part on it. Transcend cannot save you from that burst damage, and it cannot save you from being hunted like a criminal by Valataja. Hidan does go down, does his best self-defense, but they only had to use 2 ults too. The ultimate economy for Reunited looking really, really nice. They can also Sound Barrier into a Dragon Blade here too, which is probably their next combo on the platter. I think Winghaven's probably going to try to save his Primal Rage until they maybe start losing a fight, and then brings it back and makes some chaos in the back lines. But really good ult economy, only had to use 2 to win that fight. The Sound Barrier does come off on Reunited side, actually. Kib full and healthy, so he's going to bust out this Dragon Blade too. Waits for that shield to dissipate. Has Zarya in his sights. Valataja comes in and helps him clean up crew. He's looking for more as he dashes through. The blade is gone, but not forgotten. Winghaven with a couple kills, as Winghaven did pop that Primal Rage during that fight and ended up getting a couple kills. Takes out 2 DPS by himself. So Kib very happy with how that works. The good thing for Misfits though is that was a bit of a junk rush. They didn't use any ultimates. They gained ultimates, so they do have the ultimate advantage now in their favor. Can they hit a big bang combo of their own? Because Crew and Soon look to be comboing themselves. Nevix's Death Blossom could also be a distinct possibility. Sound Barrier comes in for them on the offensive. Pulse Bomb comes out from Valataja, takes down Sebo, so he did use that Sound Barrier when he had to. Pulse Bomb does come in from Soon and takes out more. Crew does get that Graviton off. Everyone is so low right now because they lost Zebo early that they don't have that healing, but it looks like they're going to be able to gut it out. Kib has different ideas though, as he is still trying to get some damage on Nevix. He eliminates him with a Hellfire shotgun.
My ultimate is charging.
Losing Zebo early in that fight did really hurt them, but they were able to bring it back and get it through. Everyone was so low, but some nice clutch kills from both of their DPS players in Nevix and Soon, able to bring them back to life. Hidan also had some nice healing there too. I want to see when Nevix wants to get this Death Blossom. It looks like it is time for the Blossom. He comes in, he gets pushed out immediately, no kills there, not even much damage. He has to get out. He has the orb right now to stay alive. Unfixed is going to have this Graviton at any second. Whenever he wants to drop it, Unfixed still looking for damage. He is in no man's land right now. Unfixed decides that is it. They lost 2 early in that fight, and Unfixed not in the great position, does not want to feed into that. They're already at 95%, so they only need to win win one more fight. They decided that wasn't the fight that they wanted. They are going to have most of their ultimates up again. So this game essentially has been all about ultimate economy. Who's going to be able to use theirs correctly and in the right time? Now it is up to Reunited. They only need one more fight. This is the last fight of the game. Whoever wins this wins it. And right now, Reunited in a much better position. Probably trying to get the Big Bang Theory going here. They're going to bleed them out. They want a big clump of people into it. They want them outside of shields. They're going to try to hit Balataja in this afterwards. Here comes the Graviton. Is the Pulse Bomb in their follow? Pulse Bomb is there. They do a ton of damage. Only one kill, though, as Crew goes down. Kib is cleaning up in the back line, though, as he had his Dragon Blade out. He's still reflecting, gets a dash through, gets a Shuriken through. The Sounder maybe came out a little bit too late as Kib continues to clean up. Reunited's going to bring this back on the 3K of Kib as they tie up the Nepal map 1 stage to 1. Every time a team had ultimate advantage, they won the fight. So it was just completely back and forth of whoever was using their ults better and more economically. And it actually just came down to when the last fight was up, it was Reunited who had more of their ults up. They took advantage of it, absolutely used them correctly. Kib with some nice Genji plays at the end, mopping it up. We're in a de facto best of 3 on this King of the Hill stage now.
And I do not like this place.
And take a look at Rib on the rollout again. It's an interesting stage, Temple. Because sometimes Winstons don't jump all the way in. They jump in just at the lip of the stairs and then just grab kind of area. It's much more about area control than aggression a lot of these times. We'll see which one Rib favors on the way in. Being patient. No jump at all just yet. He wants eyes on the Zenyatta, and then as soon as he sees Zen, he's going to get out of there. Balataja takes up the Den right away, though. That is a huge kill for them. Winghaven also combines, and yeah, Rib just has to bail. Not bailing far enough, though. Soon's still alive in this, but this is not great for him. Now, that is Reunited with a dominant first fight, and they take control of this point early on. Balataja now already nearing a Pulse Bomb. He's going to go hunt down Soon. Soon does get the pack. Soon's pack control has been amazing, but he has to fight that 1v2. Cruz ends up taking out Soon. It's really going to slow down their next push, too, because, well, I mean, Soon should be able to get back there quickly enough on the Tracer, but Balataja's got his Pulse Bomb up, and he's unfixed so far away that this is a free Pulse Bomb. Tracer's ultimate charges at a much faster rate, so he's going to try to go in there, probably in the backside, wait for these supports to come in and try to hit a sticky on the back lines. He does see where they're coming through, though. Just triggering some damage. He's got eyes on the Zen. Is he going to throw it down? He does not feel like he needs to so far, and he doesn't as Cruz and Winghaven help him come in with him. The Pulse Bomb does go down, does not find purchase, but does soften up Rib enough to clean up. Soon is still alive, getting some damage on. Only the DPS alive for Misfits at the moment, but there goes Nevix. Cruz has actually shown up a lot in this kill feed. Kib takes down Soon as well, and this does not appear to be Misfits' stage. Right now, so far away from all the good ultimates, too. They really need a Graviton to be in effect here. Both Zarya's actually not getting a lot of damage done. Soon is going to have his Pulse Bomb. Maybe that can be the initiation they need. It looks like he wants to be the one who goes in first, trying to find Kib. But Kib comes in with this Dragon Blade. He looks for one, takes down Crew in it. Now that is a Wraithform Reaper, but not for long as Kib cleans him up as he becomes a real being again, and now still looking for it. But Soon is able to get a kill here. Soon's done his best. He's got a couple kills, but I don't know if he's necessarily getting the kills at the opportune time. It seems like he's always just cleaning up after the fact, that his kills are coming really late in these fights, that they're not having much of an impact.
My ultimate is charging.
I'm going to keep an eye on Soon and Nevix. They're going to need a big DPS ult to pull this back, because if they lose this fight, they're losing the stage. In decent position, at some point you just have to unleash the Pulse Bomb. They all get caught up in this Graviton, and that Pulse Bomb from Balataja just softens everyone up, gets a couple kills. Cruz again in this kill feed. Cruz is going murder Lucio this round. It has been impressive right now. They have nothing really to bring this back. Hidan does hit the Transcend to try to do something, but that is a Transcend battle as they awkwardly look at each other's invulnerable selves as they transcend to a higher plane. They are going to trickle on at this point, but Rib is being kind of cornered right now. Nevix trying to bring this back. Not enough, though. He does get a kill, takes down Morte, but that is the only kill they've had in quite a while. That should be it. That is going to be Reunited taking the stage rather easily.
Score 1-2.
Never with the entry kills for Misfits. They were always getting killed first. It happened very, very early on when Balataja got to Hidan on the very first rollout, and from that point they were always fighting 4v6, 5v6. They were losing people on the entry, and Soon, I think, was playing a little bit passive there. He was always trying to go around the backside. Sometimes as a tracer, if that backside's not open to you or you're not finding the targets back there, Morte protected himself very well a couple times, then you just need to go in with your team. And Tracer can do enough damage, just kind of full frontal, if you will, and take out the opposing team. Soon, that's why he was getting those late picks, is because he was going around very far behind, but not getting enough damage early in those fights. This was a stage they looked much better on, though. So it is Soon and Rib rolling in, but Valataja has designs of his own as Valataja goes in, takes on Nevix and Hadan really early in this fight. Winghaven trying to clean up as well. Soon, another late kill, but he just was too far out of the fight for way too long. Valataja is in here, and as he tries to clean up some more, Soon does get a second kill, but yes, he gets 2 kills, but they come way too late. I think Soon, as well as he's playing on Tracer, probably needs to be sticking with his team a little closer because they're getting aggressed on, and Soon's nowhere to be seen in these until way too late in these fights. So he's with his team now, and he's going to just take left side, but he should be rotating, yes, he's going to rotate towards his team, not go around towards the backside so that they have the damage there. Perfect. That's when Winghaven comes in, he gets discorded, and Soon's able to be there on the cleanup. Kib does take down Zebosai in the background, but now Soon with his team is able to take down Morte in the backlines. They are still far away. They are 2 segmented off. Soon still on the point as his tanks try to take over. Rib getting a lot of poke damage, and Soon dies alone on the point as they rotated over there. It is 3v1. Crew hits a chunky right click onto Kib and takes him down. It is Valataja and Nevix dueling off on the point, but there goes Winghaven. This should be Misfits taking the point back. Valataja being extremely annoying, though, not letting him have it for free. Valataja gets the orb. He is completely denying this. They have not yet taken back the point, and now they're getting a couple kills. Valataja looking to pull this back all by himself. He is discorded, but he does not care. He rewinds back to 150 health. He denied that point all by himself, and now he's got the reinforcements. He gets in there, takes on Hadan. Valataja going absolutely crazy on his Tracer. He is still alive. He denied that all by his lonesome for a while. Beautiful play from Valataja.
My blade is ready to be unleashed.
That was sick. Alright, for Misfits, though, they have a lot of good things working for them, even though they weren't able to take that point. They are going to have most of their ultimates up and at the ready, although they are pretty far out right now. They're holding first room. They have eyes on where the opposing team wants to hold, but you're probably looking for the Graviton into Pulse Bomb here. They do actually retreat really well. Nice disengagement. Graviton does come out. Do they have anything to deal with it? Soon is trying to look for this. He does throw his Pulse Bomb in late, but he throws it into a Transcendence and into a Sound Barrier, so he gets absolutely nothing from it. But Valataja, patient on his. He does wait. He does get his Pulse Bomb combo as Soon was unable to find Curtis with his. He's on the back line. He's getting punched around. Soon, even if he lives, it does not matter. Dies onto the point. That should probably be it. I don't think they have anyone who can get here on time. No, they don't. Reunited pulling it back on the wings of Valataja's Tracer. A lot of people played well there, but Valataja with the highlight moment of the game so far, and highlight's not even necessarily with the kills. He was down 2-1, 1v3 a couple times and brought it back. This is going to be a Pulse Bomb, but his best play to me was denying that point take.
Fire at will!
Pass into the eyes.
Yep. First damage Pulse Bomb. So essentially, whenever you're running a Zenyatta, the other team's going to run a Tracer because it's one of the best ways to deal with Transcendence. Graviton into Pulse Bomb has been the favored combo on King of the Hill maps especially, and you see exactly why there. 71% kill participation, and again, those eliminations are great, those kills were great. That stall out to prevent the capture on that point was MVP style play from Valataja. Alright, it appears that Morte does need a moment here. We will let them catch their breath, but it is 1-1 in this series, so what that means is we're definitely seeing an assault map here. Either Hanamura or Anubis will be one of the last maps of the day. Our next map, though, is Route 66, and now this is Reunited's chance to really bring it back for them. They've been great on Route 66. Of course, I always bring this up because it was just such an interesting match that they beat Envious on Route 66. And not only did they beat Envious, they bodied Envious. They embarrassed them on this map. So it's always been a map that we've associated with Reunited. They put in a lot of time and work on this, and it looks like it showed. So Route 66, not a map that we see a whole lot, but in this remaining kind of best of 3 now that each team has won a map. Route 66, Temple of Anubis, Hanamura are the 3 remaining. It says default crosshair is not on. I think the default crosshair is on. It's just green. Is it not? I'll double check for you. I'm not going to change the color. The color crosshair is fine, but I thought I had defaults turned back on. Because I was even playing with defaults the other night. Interesting. Anyway, we were just looking to get into this. Casters are ready. It looks like Misfits is ready. We're just waiting on Reunited to ready up, and we'll get right over to Route 66. I wasn't trying to be hard on Soon, but I was trying to explain why he was getting kills late and why it was not working out for them early. I just think he was taking a path too far around, and I also point out that when he did go with his team and played a little closer to his Winston, they had a lot more success. So I'm never really trying to solo out players, but in the pacing of the game and what was happening, how Soon was playing was absolutely important. Try to be nice to people, and a lot of times that, you know, no one's really playing bad as the other team is forcing them into mistakes, but I think Soon was just trying to get a little too cute in the back lines, and it's fine if you're doing that and taking out the Zenyatta's that's your target, but there was a lot of times he'd get back on Morte, and Morte would do enough damage that he would scare Soon away. When Soon did end up playing very close with Rib there, they got a lot of good stuff going, and then it was just the Valataja show. Valataja was just had an amazing Tracer game. All right. We are moving on to Route 66. Lovely music. Big Earls on the screen. Propane and propane accessories. So, Route 66, it is going to be the Misfits on defense first. And they're a team that just does not run really the Ana composition too much. Hadan has been on that Zenyatta all day. I do not see a reason that they will change that unless they want to run triple-triple, because that's still an option with what they're running out here. Well, they do have a DPS in there now, so probably not going to happen. Soon may be playing a McCree, and Soon's McCree has been sick, but for the moment on the defensive Tracer is going to be his hero of choice. Nevix also might even come up on a DPS too, because they've been running triple DPS. Yep, Nevix on the Genji. Soon does heed my advice. Well, momentarily. He was on the McCree momentarily. I think McCree's fine here, but if he's feeling Tracer, you can run Tracer. DPS have been more interchangeable lately, kind of just depending on the whims of the players. But Hadan will play the Zenyatta, Rib will play the defensive Winston, Zebosai will be on Lucio, Cruz going to play Reaper, Nevix, Genji, Soon on that Tracer, and he has left spawn with it, so no switching on to McCree now. But we do have a McCree on the field. It will be represented by Valataja. Cruz will play Lucio for Reunited. Kib on Genji. On Fixed will play the Winston. So his flex position flexing onto a tank for now. Morte kind of coming onto the Ana. And Winghaven will play the Reinhardt. So they're probably going to try to take it as slowly as possible, but they have a couple options here. Unfixed and Kib can jump the roof, which is one strategy. They could wait and have Morte charge up his ult and get Winghaven on the lower ground. So a very versatile offensive composition coming out from Reunited.
Let's get a move on.
See what kind of poke Valataja can get in here early. Do they see the trace? Wow, they're just getting aggressed on him right away. I don't think they expected that. I certainly didn't expect that, but they do punish the dive in. Can Soon get some damage done on the back line. He goes to the back line. He takes a nap and gets crunched by Winghaven's hammer. This is not working out well for Reunited here.
Onward and upward.
My camera goes crazy. So, well, it is not working out for Misfits. I misspoke. My apologies. But Misfits was trying to get a very cheeky dive in early on. They did not get the damage or the kills they were looking for. A nice sleep dart from Morte at the end there did prevent Soon from trying to even it up and take some people out on the back line. Let's see what Valataja has going for us here as he is kind of creeping around up top, trying to get some damage in on the Winston. Has to rewind right away. Nevix, meanwhile, is going onto the cart on his Genji, but it is still Valataja untouched up top. Hit some nice headshots there. Now Misfits does bring it back, though, as Nevix with a bunch of nice kills there. He's looking for more as he tries to clean up his counterpart. So back and forth, gets his friend Soon in there to eat some shurikens for him as Nevix takes down the final couple blows onto Kib. He's going to get back. Needs healing bad. So as we enter the ultimate phase of the game, Nevix and Soon both have theirs up. Kib also with his. Reinhardt Winghaven is going to have his Earthshatter up too, but they're going to be mostly holding high ground, which they have for the entirety of the game, so not going to be really the best opportunity. Nevix just going to bail as soon as he gets jumped on. He's going to bust his Dragon Blade up, but not really finding anyone right away. He does dodge the flashbang. Soon comes in, gets him with the pulse bomb to make sure they get that, but the sound barrier does come down. Or no, it got denied actually mid-flight. Zebo trying to drop that, unable to do so. So now Reunited with a nice chance here as they are not going to be pushing into his sound barrier defense. Nevix does get taken out by his counterpart towards the end there as Kib continues to clean up. He does have his Dragon Blade at the ready. Not going to need it so far though. He's just going to be up here watching reinforcements, trying to get them through the choke. Zebo does finally land that sound barrier though. Kib not going to find much on his Dragon Blade because everyone was nice and healthy. Zebo really bringing his team back to life, but Winghaven right now with a couple kills. They're trading back and forth. Morte is maybe going to look for a target for this Ana ultimate, but they are trading out his 4v4. Valataja with a couple nice kills, looks for that pack. He finds that it is gone. Kib also getting some more kills in there. Kib has to chase down Nevix, but Nevix also dead. They're just really dominating the DPS side of things as Kib and Valataja have been too much for Soon and Nevix so far on Route 66. Kib with another couple kills to end this fight. I'm not sure what Crew is thinking here. Really trickling onto this cart. I guess they just want to stall out as much as possible. Now, this is not that terrible because once you can stall out this point, you're not really giving up that much as far as second point goes. It takes so long to open the doors and to also get through there onto a decent push. Now they're not going to be holding on anymore as they do end up cleaning up the remaining 3, but it's such a long walk up here. The defense should be able to set up in time. The bad part is they ended up beating a bunch of those ultimates, so it's going to be pretty much everyone with ultimate available here. Kib and Valataja have just been cleaning up. Valataja's going to go back to the cart. Kib's going to deny entry on this doorway. That's one of the problems here, is that they don't have any presence out here on the point as they try to stall out first point. So they're actually kind of bullied back into this corner. Have to wait for their tanks to get back out here so they can even come through here without taking way too much damage. Valataja tried to pulse bomb somewhere. I didn't see that, but he did not get much out of it. Crew takes out Valataja, though, who was poking around in the back lines. Kib does get the Ana ultimate, and the Dragon Blade comes out. Maybe a bit of overkill, but he's looking for his kills of his own. He gets a couple right away. It takes on Hidan and Crew. That counter Dragon Blade comes out from Nevix, but not much so far. Crew is back at spawn. Hidan is still up here soon, trying to take it away. Sorry, camera is being a little wonky on me now. Nevix does get cleaned up at the end. We're just going to throw it on the Valataja cam as I know he's back alive and on the point. So Reunited has won every single one of these fights, and they've won them all pretty handily here. Winghaven trying to get back into this here. That long walk is troublesome for him, but they are still pushing on this point. They're probably going to be one more fight. Crew might try to come off the top rope here. All alone, he does dodge that Earth Shatter, though, trying to get a bunch of damage done. Does get damage, not necessarily kills, as Winghaven's still alive. Got a couple of his own, but everyone who was poked down by that Death Blossom now getting cleaned up by Crew and company. Crew has to keep himself alive momentarily, but still at 100 health, trying to poke away at Unfixed here. Does barely get out, does Unfixed, but they have to completely reset on this offense, so they finally do hold. And, you know, despite having not won any fights really up until that point, they've done a great job on the stall. So much so, 20 seconds left for Reunited to get this point, and now it's their final push. Pulse Pump comes out, not getting it there from Valataja as the Ana ult comes on to Kib, and he also Dragon Blades, gets through this soon with a couple kills during this time. Soon is a third kill during this time. Soon is still alive on this point. It is 3v3 right now as Soon continues to try to go crazy. It's going to be Soon versus Nevix. Soon, not long for this world, does go down. Not Soon versus Nevix, Soon versus Kib, and Kib does end up winning out that fight. Now Nevix is still alive. 90 seconds to push this last point. Unfixed got the cleanup there towards the end. So they gut it out there and do end up capping that point. Only a minute left to get this final push going, and really they can't afford to lose another fight. Ultimate's going to be on the board. It's going to be Cruz with the Sounder. Valataja should have his up, but Nevix is the one holding the Dragon Blade at the moment. They do speed boost in. I wonder if they have designs on getting in here. That is a sound barrier coming out from Reunited, forced out from Reunited actually, as Nevix tries to get damage to the backline, but it's 6v4. Nevix not finding any purchase here. He's got Morte in his sights, but just not enough help from his team as they are dying all around him. They clean up everyone except Nevix. Nevix goes down towards the end of that as well, so Reunited win that fight extremely one-sided. Now they're going to have the combos that they're looking for. Morte, Winghaven, and Kib all with their ultimates just about ready here. Earthshatter starts it off, gets 3, really nice. Kib does get his Dragon Blade out here, and the Ana boost ultimate on it too. He's looking for more, tries to take him as a counterpart. Nevix does go down during that fracas. It is still Kib with the Ana boost going, and he's trying to maybe bait out something from Soon. Soon's still alive. Can Crew bring this back? Maybe with a Death Blossom. He is going to have to pull it out of his pocket, but the reinforcements coming in from the defense might be able to hold this off for him. Soon takes down Winghaven really nice. The offense not going to be able to reinforce. This might be a closeout Death Blossom. Crew just decides to bust it out. Does take down Kib, who was trying to pull that back from his team. Crew with another kill on Unfixed, and the reinforcements not going to be there as they're getting bullied out by Rib. So a very close push from Reunited. They were able to get to that second point, but Route 66 is an interesting map because they won most of those fights, but you have to win them decisively. The stall-out tactic from Misfits, very smart on the first point, bought them a lot of time. They're able to deny them the finish out on the map. So, win condition very easy for Misfits. Simply get it to the yellow box of victory nearing the last point. Alright. They've been running this 3 DPS. It's been just really cool for Misfits, and a lot of teams are maybe not. I don't want to say not used to it because it was not something that you'd never see before. You know, it's generally 2-2-2 was always considered the old standard, but you'd see 3 DPS on occasion before. But right now, Misfits' style is counter to what you see a lot of teams running, teams being very tank heavy, very Ana heavy. What's nice about the 3 DPS is that if you start losing 1 or 2, you still have the opportunity to pull it back, because those DPS ults can be game changing. Pulse Bombs, Death Blossoms, Dragon Blades, you can trade out much more effectively with those ultimates, and when you have 3 on the table, the defense, or rather the team not running 3 DPS, is always going to be weary that they're going to be in trouble. And also, they used it a lot of times to force out sound barriers in unideal situations. Cruz got bullied out a couple times by diving DPS, but they still did get it pretty far. Reunited with the chance to hold out this map, so this is going to be the last half of this map at least. Either Misfits will get it further and win, or they won't, and they'll lose. Time bank no longer an issue. So on this defense, though, they are running just 2-2. It is going to be Cruz and Morte playing supports. Winghaven on Fix will be on the tanks holding the girls. Kib on Genji. Valtaja will play Tracer. Offensively, it looks like they're still going to run this triple DPS. Rib is going to be the lone tank, as Hidan and Zebo will take up the roles of support. So 3-2-1, interesting variation. The 3 is not tanks, the 3 is the DPS. The 2 is the support and a single tank from Rib. But if anyone can handle the pressure of being single tank, it is Rib. He's been playing a phenomenal Winston lately. But I don't think they're going to be able to dive on this. Now, if they want to dive, it's going to be Rib and Nevix going in up top. And you have to send someone with your Winston, or you're just condemning him to his death. Nice dodge there on the Fire Strike. We'll see what Rib wants to do. You can take it slow and force the defense off the top here by just continually pushing the cart. Does look like he wants to dive, though, as Rib goes in. He's got Ana in his sights, but the Bio Grenade goes down. No healing for Rib as he's getting punched away, slammed away by Winghaven. That is a trade out 1-to-1 as Rib and Kib both down. Nevix trying to get in here. He is low. He does get the orb. He's trying to take down these tanks. He does get a dash and hits the Bio Grenade. A nice reflect, though. Takes down Cruz, and now Crew and Soon. You can deal with the one DPS who's in the backline, as Nevix was there causing chaos, but both Crew and Soon came in with some nice kills of their own. Simply too much damage to try to heal through, even with the Bio Grenade from Morte. So they are staying on this composition. Is Reunited. Are they going to be able to come in here and pressure it? Kib takes down Soon, who is perhaps a little too far forward. We're going to try to hold this left side. So here comes the Ana ultimates onto, well, I thought it was going to be Winghaven. It was not. It ended up being on Kib, but not enough there as Rib continues to do some work on him. Kib did take down Hadan during that, but that's 2 ultimates traded out for 1 single support as they had to use the Ana boost onto the Dragon Blade. That's been something kind of different. You don't see a lot of teams running Ana boost on Dragon Blade because it seems like a bit of overkill, but if you want to keep your Genji that much more healthy, it's fine. It's just something that you don't see every team run.
That's smart.
We'll continue to get into here. We're going to see what Soon is up to. On the back line looking for this Pulse Bomb here. I don't think he's been spotted out just yet. Maybe they heard him now, but still in a very advantageous position as he's going to try to get in here. Probably looking for a Lucio or a Zen. No one sees him. He thinks he can get the Zen for free without it. He is absolutely correct as he takes out the Zen and removes the Discord for himself in the process. Transcendence goes down for this Misfits team as they continue to get some kills. Zebosai actually chiming in as well. That's a Discord onto Kib as well as Rib takes him down with the Tesla gun. It is just Winghaven alive trying to stall this out. They saw how effective the stall out game can be for Misfits, and it's going to be Valataja stuck in a corner here with Soon. They do the Tracer dance. It is going to be Nevix taking out Valataja in the backline. As Soon got a lot of damage done, didn't even have to use his Pulse Bomb. So that Pulse Bomb's still on the table if he wants to get through the backline and take out supports again. They have a huge ultimate advantage, does Misfits. 256 to close out this point and add some more onto their timer. As I mentioned, they don't even have to finish this map. If they get further than Reunited did, which is a little bit past those doors, they will be taking this map in the lead in the series. Pulse Bomb comes in, does not hit much though. Soundbarrier did come in for the defense. Kib is able to take down Crew, which is a lot of the tank damage going down. Soundbarrier comes in, perhaps a little bit late, but Rib and Hadan take a couple of Soon. Still stays alive. Dragon Blade coming out from Kib, but he is very late on it. He is going to be taken out as Nevix counters him coming in. Kib is kind of known for getting those ambitious Dragon Blades out. They'd already lost 3, and maybe he's going to be switching. I don't know. Unfix does switch. Unfix goes on to a Reaper instead, because I think they've identified one of their big problems has been dealing with Rib. If they can deal with Rib, then it also opens things up for Kib, because Kib will not be Tesla down, as Rib has been an absolute thorn in his side, focusing most of his energy on denying Kib a lot of the damage that he's looking for. Everyone just on a slow push of the cart right now, and there is the yellow square of victory there as these teams engage in a fracas. Morte is the engaging Transcendence here on the defense, but Zebo takes out Kib really early, and when you're only running 2 DPS, that is a big hurt to your damage output. We'll see if Valataja can pick up the weight, but he's all alone in the background as Crew was able to take out a couple. It is only Valu now, and he gets taken out by Rib. Rib continues to punish these DPS players, and they ran to triple DPS, but Unfix and Kib died very early. Zebo taking down Morte in combination with someone else. That was a brutal death right there. They could not afford that, and right now Rib might even just be able to lock this out. Yes, the one punch away on Primal Rage locks it out, makes the space that they need. Rib's Winston is phenomenal, and he is playing solo tank on this team and doing everything they need the tank to do. It has been a great display for them. Misfits takes the series lead 2-1. Well, all right, we're going to Assault.
Play of the match.
Nice pulse bomb from Soon there, taking out Winghaven after the 1 kill. He's going to clean up Cruz here too, I believe. Yep, nice tracking. Nice tracking from Soon. Next map, I believe, is Hanamura. Hanamura is a map that Reunited probably, well, I mean, almost all of these Assault maps, perhaps barring Temple of Anubis, are maps that Reunited's played more than anyone else, because even when they weren't in the map pool, for whatever reason, whatever wonky reason happened, teams would always take Reunited to these weird maps, and they started to get good at them. So Reunited on Hanamura, I would say, is probably the favorite just based on the amount of times I've seen them in tournaments have to play Hanamura. And then, of course, if we do need a 5th and final map, it'll be Temple of Anubis. Misfits is probably wanting to avoid that, because last time they played this Reunited team, they lost on Temple of Anubis. It was the only map they lost to them that day. So trying to close out here with the Assault maps, and also Misfits did ban out Hanamura, but that was actually after the map pool had been selected. So Hanamura is our next map. It is 2-1 in favor of Misfits at the moment. Is Anubis next? I thought it was... No, it is... Well... Yeah, no, it is Anubis, because we went Gibraltar, Nepal, Route 66, Anubis. Okay, so Hanamura will be the 5th and final map, should we so need it. And it is possible. As I mentioned, Reunited beat Misfits on this very map, not more than, I think, 4 days ago. I think that was Monday? Maybe that was Monday. It's been a lot of casting lately, guys. Alright, get that overlay back and settled. So it is Temple of Anubis. Sorry, I misspoke. So this is our 4th map of the day. It's 2-1. 2-1 for Misfits, as they just won on Route 66. And the things I can tell you about Anubis is that we're going to see May. At some point, we'll see Mei. Might see her on first point even, although a lot of teams have chosen to run more distance damage dealers in your Junkrats and in your McCrees earlier. Although Mei can see play on first point defense, but on last point defense, you will almost certainly 100% see Mei. Alright, it does look like teams are ready. We're entering game.
Now entering the temple of Anubis. Prepare to attack.
Good old Anubis. First map ever designed for Overwatch. Wonder if we will see some Pharahs here. She's coming to play a little bit. I think she's really good on both offense and defense on last point, especially if you're running into a Mei, because you need things that can deal with getting ice walled and sectioned off. So Winston's and Pharahs do come into play when that happens on Mei's last point defense, because the wall can completely shut down a push, and if you can get people that can get over and around the wall, then it makes her much less effective. We'll see if that becomes a thing. Right now, no Mei on this defense as Reunited rolls out on the defense.
I can't wait to see you all in action.
Looks like they are running triple tank here. Kib is going to be playing the Roadhog. Unfixed on Zarya. Winghaven will play a defensive Winston. Morte is going to be on the Zenyatta. Valtaja will play Tracer and Cruz on Lucio. So they are running triple tank, but it is triple tank without an Ana. So it is almost more akin to a 2-2-2 if you want to consider Roadhog a DPS hero, which you and by all rights can. So an interesting looking composition here, something that we haven't necessarily seen all too much today. The defensive Winston is actually really interesting to me too. So not necessarily the Reinhardt on defense, so they're not going to hold here and just try to get poking. I wonder where the strategy is. It might just be to dive and aggress on this team as they roll in. Offensively, they are only running 2 DPS, which is a little bit odd for Misfits. Nevix and Soon will be on those heroes. And they're running 2-2-2. Very, very standard here. Valtaja already looking to get in the back line. They're ignoring him as they come in. Hadan is going to be not long for this world as Winghaven combines with Valtaja to clean up. Cruz puts himself in the kill feed as well. Gets a couple kills. Rib did take down Morte, which is what you want out of your Winston, but he's going to be chased down probably. Yeah, definitely. So that is a full cleanup for Reunited, and yeah, they just wanted to be a little more aggressive on the defense, so that's why you're not seeing the Reinhardt hold up this top. Generally what you see teams do is just hold top, but everyone spread out, and they had just kind of a collapsing defense, that as soon as they got a good eye on the support heroes in the background, they just went in with both Valtaja and Winghaven. Pulse Bomb going to be up momentarily, so we're going to see what Valtaja wants to find here. He's looking for the supports in the back line. He does find Hadan in the back. He's not able to take him down. Some decent dodging from Hadan as he did not get sticky, but he is still getting pressured down so hard by Valtaja. Valtaja is winning his 1v1 duel with Zenyatta, and trust me, at the highest of levels, that is a 50-50 duel at best. Zenyatta able to discord and headshot you pretty quickly, but some nice evasive maneuvers from Valtaja. They've won both of these fights pretty convincingly. Valtaja is being a terror in the backline on Hadan. Nice positioning here from Valtaja to deny that entry over there. Backs into pack, takes pack control from Soon. These Tracer battles can be all about pack control. He gets some nice damage there. Hadan, though, over to help him out, is going to give him that orb. They do want to come in on this right side. That is a Dragon Blade out of Nevix coming in. He tries to get in there, but that Transcendence is going to completely shut down the Dragon Blade as Valtaja did clean out Hadan in that room that we left momentarily. So a nice hold again from Reunited, and Valtaja's done enough damage that he's going to have a pulse bomb up yet again. It was a great Transcendence, though, out of Morte. A credit to him for saving it for the correct timing. They already have to bully out Soon, who's going to have his rewind down. He was looking for a pulse bomb of his own, unable to find a target in there. Valtaja just great scouting here. He does see that they're rotating through right side, but he knows that he gets spotted out. He wants to get in there and get a pulse bomb up. Raptor comes in, pulse bomb with a follow-up. They do take down 2. Valtaja's been nailing those all day. That is not how they wanted the fight to start. Soon does take down Unfixed in turn, but it is Valtaja versus Crew in these back lines. More pack control from Valtaja. He can... Wow, he's gonna gut this out. Oh my god, Crew! Alright, I did not expect that. Crew is the one who clutches it out, not Valtaja. Nice play from Crew there. He's going to look for more. It is only going to be Winston on the point trying to stall out with his Primal Rage, but just feeding into the Hellfire shotguns of Crew. That was a beautiful headshot. I mean, that just... I did not think Reaper was going to win that at all, and then just kind of a 50-50 of who hit their shot first. Who shot first, as it were. Crew going in here on the back lines. He's able to avoid that hook. They have not so far gotten this point. Transcendence is going to be nice for them. Crew comes around the backside. He's going to completely get blasted away. Wow, that was an ambitious kind of positioning there. I thought I bet he thought he was going to be able to get him down before he was able to get turned on, but Cruz is able to take down Nevix here. This is still very back and forth and brawly as Rib and Winghaven are going to go at it in a Winston duel, but now that Morte's got his Transcendence up, Unfix is continuing to do damage on this retreating team, and somehow Reunited brings it back. On the verge of being shut out on this first point are Misfits. They do have some DPS ultimates to work with. In fact, all the DPS to work with. Nevix, Soon, and Crew all with it ready to go here. That's it. They're going to have to just hit these DPS ults. That's their only hope right now. Nevix comes in with the Dragon Blade to start. He is getting Tesla beamed down, has to get out of there quickly, but does get Cruz in the back line. He soon died before he was able to get that Pulse Bomb off. They are getting all held up, but Crew does get a nice Set Blossom, takes on 2. Nevix continues to do work, but Kib ends his life with a hook as they try to finish this out, but it's only Rib and Zebo on the point. It is going to be tough for them. Zebo does hit this clutch sound barrier, which allows Rib to stay alive, takes down both Kib and Balataja. This might be it as Soon is able to re-engage on this point. Oh my god, they barely get it at the end.
I've reached the objective.
4 minutes left to close out this last point now. Back against the wall, Misfits finds it. Alright, Soon gonna be on the flank, but everyone knows to look for Tracer in that flank. They do find Soon over on the right-hand side. He has to back out.
The enemy is here.
He does dodge the hook. That's nice. He knows he has 6 seconds of immunity for the most part. There is that Mei that we all expected to come out. A nice patience there on the Pulse Bomb, though, knowing that Mei was just going to ice block through it had he thrown it then. Soon still trying to look for more as he is down to 50%. Tries to get back to his team. No, that is just going to be an angry Winston there. A rewind's only going to bring him back up to 50%, but he does find Valataja there, shooting him in the ankles as he goes down. Needs to get some healing, but his supports are down. He is still really, really hurt. Is he going to drop down, try to get a pack? He does get small pack as they continue to try to pressure onto this point. Rib also doing work. Soon still so low, does finally go down to some spray from Valataja. The Transcendence coming down too late to save him, but Rib continues to do the yeoman's work as he has been in the kill feed all day for this team. Soundbarrier is going to come off for the defense as they try to stall out this point. It is going to be permanent kills for the most part on the defense should they be able to bring it back, but Rib continues to dominate on his Winston. Now he's got Morte in his sight. Can he take down Morte, trying to readjust his angle there? He does force the Transcendence out as he is going to be pushed out here. Does jump over the top, but he's frozen by the Mei as the Pulse Bomb comes in. Still alive somehow is Rib as his supports are keeping him all over alive. This is going to come out from Mei to try to buy time on the point, and that is a great stall-out positioning. Really well from Unflix. This Blizzard covers the entire point. Crew gets in there with 3 kills, but the Blizzard's going to close it out. Nevix trying to get in, but Morte takes him down as well. God, this last point is so hard to firmly take from the offense. Hadan comes in here with 2 kills of his own. Hadan going absolutely crazy as he stays alive, but he does not get his team to get a tick on that point. Maybe a little over-ambitious there as he ends up dying his life for it. He did give a little bit of a scare to the Reunited defense, but for now, they do hold firm. 1:50 left to bring this back for Misfits to try to capture this point. Kib is now on a D.Va. They are in full-on stall mode as D.Va and Mei have entered the mix for Reunited. Only have to hold out for 90 seconds more. D.Va ult does come out, but the wall does end up kind of segmenting off that team. He did get a couple kills. Unfixed is still just bullying people around with his Mei. He is down there on the point. Trying to hit icicles and making Zebo's life just miserable, as it were, and they're going to have to get out. And look at this chase from Unfixed. Completely safe behind his D.Va, just able to lay in those icicles, and here's the issue. They're going to have Blizzard up again.
My ultimate is ready.
soon finds himself in a duel on the right-hand side. Hadan does take down Cruz. That is a beautiful entry kill for them. That's exactly what they needed. They're going to be fighting 5v6, and they're going to be the ones with 2 supports up. Soon takes down Morte. That is very nice. Both supports do go down rather early for Reunited. Able to dodge this and use the sound barrier as soon as he looks for more. Sound barriers on both sides now. As soon does stick Winston with that pulse bomb just to try to soften him up as he's in primal rage mode. Rib continues to get kills as he takes down Kib on his counterpart. Nevix also getting some work done as most of Misfits is still alive. This stall is still in effect for Reunited though. Death Blossom does come out, but all safe in the Winston bubble as that Graviton does grab 3 but unable to finish it up. They do get 3 kills. Now Reunited on the stall out. Here comes the Diva ultimate. Are they able to get away? They are all able to get away. That stall from Unfix is going to be thwarted by Lucio here in the corner, and their Winston jumping over the top, so the angle not working out the same as it did last time. They are coming in on the right side. There is a jump in from Winghaven, but he is discorded and deleted immediately. Are they going to be able to finish this out? Crew on the right side trying to prevent any stall out. They do finally finish the map with 0.3 seconds remaining.
Score 0-2.
Well,
Switching
that is
sides.
something. Alright, so they do have time remaining in their time bank, and after being stifled just brutally on the first point, Misfits does bring it back. Stalled out, really well done by the stall out tactics of Reunited there, but unable to pull it off a second time. As Misfits finishes the map, Misfits is on set point. They're up 2-1 in this series. So it's what I was talking about before we entered into this map, as Nevix is going to rotate onto the Junkrat here. Really nice to just kind of deny entry, just get a lot of damage done early on, and tires can be game changers. Be interesting to see where he sets his trap, as sometimes you can just set it right here in a corner, or even through and deny one of those flankers entry, at least know when the flankers are there. Sometimes even get a nice free kill on someone like a squishy Valataja or a Kib. But the offense from Reunited does look like it's going to be 2-2-2. Valataja and Kib, of course, on the DPS, on their favorite DPS, as it were, on Tracer and Genji. So this is, yeah, this is the Misfits defense I was talking about earlier. It's a little bit more standard. Reunited ran that kind of collapsing defense where they were running a defensive Winston. Worked out really well for them on the first point for the most part, but this is much more standard, as they're going to get, you know, Winghaven up here, or not Winghaven, my apologies, Reinhardt up here. It's going to be Rib, and then just kind of throw down distance damage with Soon and Nevix on McCree and Junkrat. You know, we don't see a lot of Junkrat, so let's just peek what our guy has here. You see the trap is set left side there. Looking for free damage. I'm sorry, I do not have the default crosshairs on. I will try to change that momentarily, but we're in game, so it's not going to be done. A free kill on Valataja from Nevix. That's exactly what you want out of your Junkrat. That slows down the next push. It slows down Valataja, who's been an absolute pain for them to deal with anyway. And just absolutely free damage being doled out here, as Rib's shield has been up and healthy. Now he knows that it's getting a little low, so he calls it. Team backs up. Now they are getting jumped on by the Winghaven on Winston. He's going to come through. Some nice bombs there are going to deny Valataja from looking any further to try to get in. Cruz does go onto the point, so that is going to be, wow, a beautiful mid-air chunk from Nevix onto Kib as he tries to dive in, but Morte takes on his counter number, and Hadan going down as well, so they did lose their Zenyatta in this mix. The mine jumps off of the bubble from Winston. Beautiful mine from Nevix, takes down Kib. Nevix Junkrat is on an absolute tear. The Soundbar going to keep everyone nice and healthy too, as they look to hold on to this point. Only a couple in from Reunited, but those couple are going to be transcending. There goes the tire, takes down Nevix himself, as he had to bust it as he was getting punched down by Winghaven. Do they have the horses here to bring this point back? Crew all alone on the point, as Hadan gets bullied out by Unfixed on his entry. Crew not long either, as he is still getting taken out off the point. That's going to be a Reunited grabbing this.
My ultimate is charging.
Valataja and Unfixed have their combo up that they have made their bread on all day today. Unfixed with Graviton just about at the ready. Valataja is going to have his Pulse Bomb. Kib is going to have Dragon Blade too, so in great position here with a huge ultimate advantage as Reunited to take this right away. They're going to be waiting for Unfixed to drop this Graviton. Does drop it. Valataja does get in with the follow-up, but I think they Soundbarred out of it. Soon is able to take down a couple, takes down Kib and Winghaven there too. So that push is all but effectively ended. Actually, I do not know how they lived through that Pulse Bomb combination, because Zebo and Hidan both have their ultimates just about charged up again, so somehow, maybe, not entirely sure, maybe Zebo just did that much damage afterwards. I don't think so. So an interesting reason of why they were able to win through that fight. Kib does have his Dragon Blade up, but that is the only ultimate available for Reunited, as they have ceded ultimate advantage back to Misfits right now.
My ultimate is charging.
Since we don't get to see the Junkrat a lot, let's take a look at him over here as he's just throwing it to the left side. He might be trying to get safe into this corner and try to get a tire out over the top, maybe try to get to the backside. He does see his trap go down there, throws his pulse or his concussion mine over there as well. It looks like he is retreating for this tire and see if this tire can get anything done. Sound Barrier comes out for the defense and they get a couple kills off of it. Yeah, it's smart to not detonate there. He's not going to feed the Zarya anymore. A trap goes off, and Nevix cleans that up as well. This Junkrat has done a ton of work soon on the cleanup as well. It's exactly what you want to do. It's why this combo works so well together. Why Junkrat and McCree together is good, because yes, you can hit those 100 damage bombs, but if you don't have anyone with the long distance damage and accurate damage to clean it up, you're going to be in trouble. Nevix might want to switch now. I think he might be going to Mei. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Nevix is going to come up to Mei. As much as work as Junkrat did do, it's simply the better stall option here. And to switch off when the team is not expecting it and when you're in good position to be able to do so after using an ultimate, it's exactly what you want. This High Noon does come down from Valataja looking for skulls, does not find any just yet. Shield up, keeping everyone alive. He does have to pop it. They are going to transcend into here and bully Crew over there, but Crew does Wraith Walk out of it. Kim takes down Soon, who was trying to High Noon of his own, so that's a nice kill for Reunited. Rib does get the Earth Shatter down, does not hit much, and both were taking down. Kim on his Dragon Blade right now, trying to clean up the rest of this mess. There's only 2 alive, and he sees a Discorded Lucio, who is not going to be able to stall it out. This is going to be Reunited taking most of the points. They do have 2 ticks. Can they get in here and stall it out for Misfits? It does look like they do have a body on the point at the very least for now. That is going to be Rib on that. Hidan comes on the Soldier 76 just so they can get the sprint onto the points. Nevix does die on his Mei, though. They are still stalling it out. Can this Death Blossom get anything? No. Crew taken out immediately as the Sound Barrier popped as well. That should be Reunited taking point. They do with a much better time of 4:47, but not over yet, as Misfits will have a minute to attack again.
Score 2-2. Switching sides.
So able to take that last point with 0.3 seconds left does buy Misfits another assault on this point at the very least. So they have a minute. Really, their designs have to be on just getting a point, right? Getting this first point and then trying to hold Reunited to a single point there on their own. So a crucial point coming up here for Misfits. If Reunited does go on to take this map, and they do have the strong advantage right now, we will be going to a map 5 onto Hanamura. So tell your friends, we got a great set going on here. And the assault from Misfits is going to be difficult, because with only a minute, you're not going to have ultimates up necessarily. And if you do, they're going to be coming very late, and maybe Soon can get one out just because how fast Pulse Bomb does charge. But it's going to be tough. They have probably 2 pushes, maybe 1 with an ultimate and a single ultimate up on their push, but this does look like Reunited does not want to try anything new. This is what they ran on their first defense. A lot of it is the collapsing nature of it. That's why Winghaven is up there on his perch as Winston. Valataja is going to be one to make the call for the collapse, as he's going to have eyes on them as they rotate, and he sees that they're rotating towards the right side. Is he going to come behind them? It does appear that he wants to take the straggler in the back line. The epic battle between Hidan and Valataja on his Tracer does continue, but they do send someone back. Crew has to abandon the rest of his team and come back to help Hidan. This is a very scattered push already, just because the pressure Tracer is able to put on the back line. So now it is Tracer and Winghaven trying to duel this 2 set back here. Crew does save his team, and it does kind of end up stifling this push a little bit, as only 4 were able to come in. They trade out kills immediately, as it's 5v5 right now. Zebo and Soon on the point. Crew is able to take down a couple kills, but Soon tried to hit a pulse bomb. Soon continues to stay alive, and he gets a couple more kills. Soon is going to be the one that they want on this. As he tries to take down Valataja. Valataja does get discorded. No tracking on it. Valataja does take down Hidan in the back line, but that is a really nice push from them too. I just love how they brought Crew back to try to deal with, or try to save Hidan in the back lines. What that does is that at the very least, it's going to slow them down dealing with Hidan, so that they can't just deal with Hidan and then go in with the advantage. Really nice plays, really nice calls by Crew, rotating to the back lines there, stifling Valataja's push. push. Valataja does have this pulse bomb out defensively. Only 17 seconds for this next push. Nevix is going to be looking for a Dragon Blade to get in. The pulse bomb completely whiffed from Valataja. Let's see what Nevix has designs on. Nevix does pop out his Dragon Blade. Takes down Morte in the back line, getting a lot of work done. He's getting healed up now. He takes down 2. Can he get a 3? He does get 3. Nevix takes down 3 immediately. Here comes the Mei. No follow-up as they were able to take down Unfix before he was able to get a kill. Are they going to do this? Are they actually going to get 2 points in under a minute? Kib goes down to Nevix. Nevix continues to put on a show. Soon also has his pulse bomb up. He's going to be trying to just nail this. Oh my god, what a pulse bomb! Takes out Winghaven, and Cruz unlucky enough to walk into it. Oh my god! That was a brilliant push by Misfits. There is no way that they should have been able to get 2 points off a minute remaining in their time bank. That is the kind of push that wins you sets, that wins you tournaments. That was just beautiful. Oh boy. Now that said, as I try to calm myself, they have 447 to get 2 points. But the fact they were able to get 1 was phenomenal for Misfits. The fact they got 2 there was insane. Soon with just that beautiful pulse bomb on a jumping Winston, and then Cruz came out and just walked right into the retreating Winghaven who got pulse bomb there. Soon has had brilliant moments this game. Soon and Nevix just both wonderful. But I do want to give Crew credit for rotating back on that very first push, because if you leave Hadan all alone in the back line, you have Winghaven and Valataja back there. He's dead. Valataja is going to go in a lot harder, knowing that he's not going to get a shield is Hadan. So able to stall them out and bring that back and make sure that Reunited does not get the first kill they're looking for. This defense was designed by Reunited to get that first kill. Designed to get the backlines into Hadan. That's why it worked so well, but they made the adjustment. They made the adjustment on the offense. Allowed them to get in, allowed them to fight fair, and able to just absolutely gut out 2 points with a minute in their time bank. Beautiful play there. So, a little different style here on the defense as they've taken a page out of Reunited's book, and they're running a collapsed defense of their own. So no more Reinhardt up front, no more Junkrat, but this is absolutely a page out of Reunited's book, as it is going to be Rib looking for the drop down onto the supports right away. He's got Cruz all alone back here. He should be able to rotate, but Cruz, you know, Lucios are hard to kill, not enough damage. And meanwhile, as they do ring around the Rosie, the actual fight going on up top here as Valataja gets in, but Soon able to take him down. Valataja still trying to do some work as he's alive, but he's fighting a Harmony Orb Soon, as Soon gets another couple kills. Soon is going absolutely crazy this game. Him and Hadan both add in a couple kills. A first point hold. So far, so good for Misfits. Yeah, I really like that they've adjusted this style. It's going to be Soon and Rib on the collapse. Now, Rib is going to just be waiting for a lone support player coming in. Though Kim does spot him, he's trying to just kind of shuriken him out of position, but he does find these supports in the backline. He's just going right after Morte, who's going to win this epic battle between Winston and the Zenyatta. Zenyatta does come in, he does get the health pack, but Rib and Soon do combine to take him out in the backline. That's exactly what Valataja tried to do earlier, but they denied it by their rotation with Crew. Soon does come back in, gets more healed up, takes down Cruz. Another successful hold for this Misfits team. And right now, they have the huge ultimate advantage. Now, Reunited should be able to tie that up momentarily as everyone's getting kind of close to it. But right now, they haven't had to waste any ultimates on defense either. So any sort of junk rush that Reunited tried to do on that second push did not work out at all. Soon and Valataja dance on the left side. Now Soon has found a much more attractive target as he does swivel around. Here comes Nevix on the Dragon Blade. He does decide to actually use his ult, and he gets some good kills with it and takes down Unfixed towards the end. That is the junk rush, though, that Reunited wanted, although they only forced out a couple. They did force out both support ultimates, though. Both support ultimates are going to be down for Misfits here, as Reunited is going to have all 6. So that rush may not have looked all that good, but it did work out for Reunited. A so-called junk rush here, as they were able to burn out a couple ultimates from the defending team, and they're going to have all of theirs up here. So, Unfixed looking for the Graviton. Valataja with the follow-up, Kib with the Dragon Blade as well. Will they group up for it? Pulse Bomb comes in, forces out the Transcend very early. The Death Blossom comes off from Crew, gets absolutely nothing. Rib does take down Kib, so that is Dragon Blade down in this as well. Cruz and Winghaven getting a couple kills. They might even hold this Graviton. They're going to hold this Graviton if they see that they have a chance to do it. And right now, they are not needing it as they get kill after kill. Nevix did take down Morte, though, in this fracas as well. Nevix still alive, trying to be annoying, but Unfix chunks him again. They really want to save this combo. They are going to be able to save it as Unfix continues to get kills. So they did have to use 4 ultimates, but the 2 that they saved are the 2 that they want to win the next fight with. Graviton into Pulse Bomb. Big Bang, incoming. There's some delay from Crew. I think Crew just wanted to just take some valuable seconds off the clock. Same with Soon. This is kind of a trickle defense that they've done before. They might get punished, though. Lucio Speed Burst, if it was the old one, they'd already be in by now. But they're going to try to take advantage of these late kills. Voltage is going to be looking for this pulse bomb. That Transcendence is really early. That's exactly good for them. They're going to wait for it. He's going to be super patient. Now he's going to come. Now's the pulse bomb. Does he get more? He only gets Hadan. Sadoon, it does take down Unfix, and that Soon still alive. Soon is actually just McCreeing people down. Gets a nice kill on Cruz there at the end. So they had the combination going. They waited for Soundberry. They waited for Transcendence to fade, but only one on that Big Bang combo, and not exactly what they were looking for. Soon, with the punishment, too, takes down like a nice chunk onto Kib, too. So he's going to be rolling all the way back to his team and trying to get heals as well. 90 seconds left for Reunited to take this point and force us to a draw. If Misfits can hold for 90 seconds, they will win this map, they will win this set, and they will stay in the winner's bracket of the Lenovo Cup. If Reunited loses, they go to face Ninjas in Pajamas tomorrow.
Let's drop it.
They're going to initiate with the Sound Barrier. Cruz comes in. Morte's going to have the follow-up on Transcendence should they so need it. But Soon takes a really nice early kill onto Winghaven. Now they're going to be out of position. No shield up for them. Is this High Noon going to come down? He's got Unfix to deal with first. The Dragon Blade does come off from Kib as he gets a couple. Valataja had switched to McCree and he gets a couple too. Reunited gets the Team Kill Horn, rather. Kib is still going on here. The stall out is coming. We've seen stall outs of epic proportions today. Crew on this point. Here comes the May stall out on the side. Hadan did use his Transcend, maybe a little too early. Did not necessarily need to do it, but the kills are still coming from Reunited as the Transcend comes down from Reunited now. They're getting all the kills that they need. A little stall out in the corner from May. Here comes Rib back onto the stall out. If you start seeing red in the left side of the kill feed, it's going to work out for them. However, the Blizzard comes down. No kills. Soon still on the point. Soon gets discorded and deleted. Zebo's coming out here later. He does have to Sound Barrier by himself. Not enough. Reunited finishes the attack. 1:18 left in their time bank.
Score 4-4. Switching sides.
They are going to switch sides yet again. They get a minute over to this Misfits team, and we've seen what Misfits can do with a minute. They can take 2 points in a minute, which is just stunning. Oh, welcome to Anubis. This has been an insane map, an insane set, and it ain't over yet. We might be going to Hanamura after this. All depends on these next couple of pushes from either team. Alright, it's been Zenyatta season. That is what everyone is going for. Hadan has been the prime target of this Reunited defense as they look to drop down, but it does seem like they've made adjustments to it. I called it out last time. Crew rotating back to save his life really was the linchpin of that offensive push. Just those small things adding up to saving a life and going into a fight with even numbers. Kib with a late switch. Kib switches late onto this Roadhog. Which is extremely interesting. So it does look like Misfits is going to go on to 2-2-2 rather than running a solo tank on Rib. Crew is on the Zarya for now. Kib's going to try to get cheeky. He's going to go through right side looking for a blind hook.
Let's get this party started.
They are rotating right side. He does not go for the hook. If he went for the hook, he probably would have died there as they would have collapsed upon him. Now the hook is in a much safer position. He does pull in the Lucio, able to get one hook in and one shot in there. Hadan is on the menu as Morte takes him out with the help of Valataja. Hadan down first really hurts them. That is a support player that you do not want to lose. Zebo now in the sights of Valataja as he tries to fall back and get some healing. He is very, very hurt right now. Unfix takes down Rib, so it's 6v4, 6v3 right now as Reunited continues to clean this up. Valataja takes on Crew in the backline, but not before Crew can take down Morte, but Valataja with another couple kills. They only lost one on that first defense, so Morte is going to be out of the fight for a while. It is going to be 6v5 on the next incoming push here. The only ultimate available for this Misfit squad is Nevix. They have to rush on to this point. They have to just put a body on it. It's exactly why he's coming in here with the Dragon Blade. Can he get any action done as he tries to stay near the point? The shield does come off from Zarya. They are not getting the kills they're looking for. Nevix is going to be targeted down. Valtaja with a 3-kill in the background. That is it. Reunited does not give up 2 points in the final minute like they did in the previous round. A full hold there. 118 for Reunited to take first point and win this map. If they do not, we're going to a draw.
Score 4-4. Switching sides.
Oh boy. I'm out of coffee and I don't need it. Alright, so really it comes down to this. 1 minute, 18 seconds to take first point for Reunited. If they do so, they will win the map. We will go to a map 5 on Hanamura. If this Misfits team can defend the first point of Anubis for 1 minute and 18 seconds, that will be a draw. We will go to a best of 3 King of the Hill to decide who wins this map. It's been a great series. And just make sure you tune in tomorrow because both these teams are playing tomorrow regardless. This is just to see who wins the upper bracket and goes right into the grand finals. The loser of this match gets the unenviable task of having to face off against Ninjas in Pajamas, who have been absolutely on a tear lately. So, on this defense, it looks like they're going to go for collapse defense yet again with Rib up top and soon on the Tracer. So, let's take an eye on to Rib here. He's going to be trying to find a support and trying to get the drop on him. Of course, this is what Reunited has run, so they will expect it.
Let's get moving.
No eyes just yet on any targets. The slow push coming in. It looks like they're being very methodical about this. They want eyes on where everyone is. They're not going to get baited onto the point. That's exactly what that is supposed to do. He just wants Cruz. He wants Cruz right away. Does a lot of damage to Cruz. Cruz does get the bubble. Is he going to get the chase? Soon is able to take down Cruz. Hadan takes on Winghaven. That is 2 quick kills. Rib is able to collapse on both supports. That is both supports dead. This push is over for Reunited as Kib tries to get out, but a nice leap is going to finish him. Ribs Winston is top tier. You heard it here. Ribs Winston has been phenomenal in all the sets I've seen from this Misfits team. He is a relatively new addition to the roster, but he has been great. Commence your Winston memes now, I suppose, but he's been phenomenal on it. Oh, Winghaven does come in on his own. Winston on the right-hand side. He is able to bully them out, and they do just kind of change positions. They're soon in a lot of trouble. Drops the false bomb, does not find purchase for it. Winghaven still on the push. The sound barrier did come off for the defense right now, as Soon and Rib have stayed alive, and they are getting a lot of work done. Death Blossom does come off from Crew, trying to clean it up, does a lot of damage on everyone. Kib with the only kill, but Kib and Valataja go down next. We are going to a best of 3 on a King of the Hill map. I imagine it's going to be, well, it's either got to be Ilios or Lijiang, as we already saw in Nepal. I think it's Ilios. I think we go best of 3 Ilios.
4-4.
I am not the admin, but it's either going to be a best of 3 on Ilios or Lijiang Tower. Sometimes in some tournaments it's the map that's banned out last. Some tournaments just default and run it on Ilios because Ilios is a map that's almost never picked.
Play of the match.
Oh god, this set could not get any closer. This pulse bomb was bonkers. Oh, that was such a beautiful pulse bomb. Really led to them being able to close out that final point. Gotta give props to Hadan too, a relatively new addition to this roster. I think probably filling in for what Skipjack's role was, and they've done really, really well with it. He's playing nothing but Zenyatta, but he's done a good Zenyatta. Has been on self-defense mode the entire time, as he's a prime target for this Reunited team to take down. He's kept himself alive a lot, throwing in those discords really well too. So a lot of players having very good games today. Soon being among them. I already mentioned Rib, and just waiting for the administration word. I believe it is going to be Ilios though. So while we get that set up, I'm just going to pop in and say hello to you now. Thank you everyone for joining us. We have a nice viewer count right now. Just everyone set your clocks for tomorrow. Same time, same place. We are going to be finishing up our Lenovo Cup. This is the winner's bracket, upper final. The loser of this, as I mentioned, goes down to play Ninjas in Pajamas tomorrow. We will kick it off with Ninjas in Pajamas versus the loser of this set tomorrow, and then the grand finals. 2 sets tomorrow. This is our final set of the day. We're going to a best of 3 on, it appears for the moment, Lijiang Tower. But thank you everyone for tuning in, make sure you're following this channel. You can also follow this nerd up here who tweets whenever the stream goes live, which will be tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. I wanted to make sure I could do the finals, took the day off, so definitely make sure you're tuning in tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us here today. It is a best of 3 onto Lijiang Tower, as that was the final map that was, or the last King of the Hill that was banned out before we got into our map pool. Lijiang Tower, we are ready. Let's get into it. Alright, it does appear that Reunited might need a second. I do not blame him. Yeah, 0.03, never forget. That is actually an extremely good point, chat. That they won their first push on Temple of Anubis with 0.3 seconds left, which gave them that extra minute to be able to push. I cannot believe that they took 2 points in a minute. That is absolutely insane. I've never seen that before, and I have cast a good deal of Overwatch in my time. So just an absolutely insane attack. Really polished off by that beautiful pulse bomb from Soon at the end. Misfits just... I mean, it's just gutsy. Back against the wall most of that map. Most of that entire map. Their first push on their first attack was last push got it in. Their final push, 0.3 seconds left. And then to get 2 points on a minute. Like, Misfits has to be flying high right now. Just to be on this King of the Hill tiebreaker here is insanity. And, yeah, this is a good one. Oh, goodness sakes. This has been just a set of a lifetime here. And I'm not making any predictions. I hope we go to Game 5. I'm not really rooting against or for anyone, but just based on what we've seen today, would not mind going to Hanamura, which would be our final map of the day. We are, of course, in a best of 3 now on Lijiang Tower. The winner of Lijiang Tower will essentially win Temple of Anubis. If it is the Misfits, that's it. They're going to be in the winner's bracket. They get to chill till tomorrow, then play one tomorrow to see if they win the Lenovo Cup. If it is Reunited, then we're going to Hanamura. So, waiting for sleep to hit start here, as it does appear that Reunited has rejoined us. Alright, entering game. Let's do it.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Prepare to attack.
Sorry, taking a little airplane noises here. As we are on Lijiang Tower, the 2 things I know for sure that you will see from both sides is a Winston and a Zarya. The 2 things you will probably also see from both sides is a Zenyatta and a Lucio. That is all holding to form on both the Misfits side and the Reunited side. Now, the variations generally come in on the DPS. Valataja and Soon, no surprise to anyone, locked in Mortal Kombat on their Tracer play, are both going to be on Tracer. Kib does prefer the Genji, and it does appear for the moment that Nevix wants to run a Reaper, and that is the one difference. 1 Reaper, 1 Genji. Other than that, a complete mirror match as we roll out onto Nepal. Now, keep in mind, this is a best of 3 format, as this is a draw. This is not a stage map where we would be doing best of 5. So best of 3 here. We're going to play all 3 of them on Nepal. Or Lijiang, sorry. And, yeah, winner of this wins Temple of Anubis. Trust me, that's how it works. So we're going to take a look at Winghaven as he rolls out here. He'll probably find Soon somewhere and they'll just battle it out. Get some nice poking early though. very aggressive Valataja, but as soon as he hears himself discorded, he backs out. Really smart play, but he's actually taking down Nevix first. Morte does go down as Soon on the other side is getting Tracer work in of his own. Soon also getting the best of it, takes down Cruz in there as well. Soon doing nice work on his Tracer, wants to take down Winghaven. Winghaven is going to be chased down. There's no way he gets out. Does he not have a blink up? Alright, so they are going to try to take down both of these. That is a ambitious pulse bomb. It ends up just charging it up as Valataja is back into the fray right now. Soon, I think, could have gotten that chase down a lot better and taken down that Winston. He might not have had the cooldowns up to deal with it, but that is going to cost him the first point as Valataja does come back into the fray, and they are able to grab first capture here. I really thought he was going to have Winghaven there, and then the Pulse Bomb and Azari did not work out exactly how Soon wanted it to, so they do have the combo up that they've been trying to win games with all day. That is going to be Graviton into Pulse Bomb. Valataja has been very patient with it. They're going to be having trouble rolling out of here. It's a harder stage to break out of, but the Graviton does come up. Is the Pulse Bomb going to be there? Pulse Bomb is there. He is waiting patiently on it. Takes down Rib in that Pulse Bomb engagement. Now it is going to be the Zarya who is next on the target list. He does get the shield early on. Valataja takes down Crew. Soon is going to be poking in here, but Soon would be better served to get out of there. Reunited holding this pretty strong right now. They do have more of the alts as well, but there are some alts up for Misfits as we roll in here too. So what Kib wants to get up to is he's just trying to get his Dragon Blade charged up, get some shurikens in there. A lot of times you'll see him bully up the high ground because that's where the entrance is coming from. The Sound Barrier does come in from the defense here, and that is another support ult from the defense. They are not capitalizing on it though, as they are not able to get kills while these support ultimates are going on. Dragon Blade does come off. I misclicked, so I'm missing it. Kib is going to be on the Dragon Blade. Takes on Crew, takes on Hadan. That is a couple nice kills. They do bully out Nevix there as well, so Reunited has held absolutely sway during this. They do get the point again. This has happened on Nepal. I don't love it when teams do this, when they go to the point and leave their other team out for dry. Yes, they are going to get some percentage on here. Some nice work by Soon to make sure that percentage is exactly what it is. They're going to pull back 20%, but you have to wonder, could they not win a fight there if they had both those players with the team while the engagement was happening? So it is a different strategy, not a strategy that everyone is a fan of. 60% to 19% as we move forward here. Soon does have a Pulse Bomb up. He's going to be trying to get to those supports in the back line. They do find a Graviton. The Pulse Bomb does come in as he gets two. Takes on Cruz, softens everyone else up. Unfixed is going to be targeted down here. Nevix does have his Dragon Blade out. He's trying to bring this back. It takes a nice slice onto Winghaven. That is the cleanest fight that they've had so far for this Misfits team. They should be able to clean up. Valataja gets on the point a second too late, not even able to delay it. So it is Misfits bringing it back. They do have the point for now, 25% to 81%. They cannot really afford to lose more than one more fight. One more fight even might be pushing it too. They have no ultimates. They had to burn them all through that last engagement. Valataja, meanwhile, does have his Pulse Bomb up, trying to find something, but no ultimates to combo with, so he's going to have to just Kobe it. He's in the back lines. He does find Hadan. He's, there goes Morte in the back lines. Valataja is trying to find something here. They did lose their Zenyatta early. Here comes the Sound Barrier out from Misfits, keeping them all nice and healthy. Nevix does take down Cruz during this. Soon, meanwhile, does have his Pulse Bomb, and he's going to try to find out the remaining scraps. Unfixed is going to be the first target there. Valataja is getting absolutely bullied out now by Soon. Soon going to have to rewind, get that Discord off him, and follow back to his Winston. Some nice rewinds there as Valataja continues to stay alive, but not necessarily getting damage done. Kib is going to have his Dragon Blade up, and that's going to be the best ultimate Reunited has going for it. Although Cruz might be the one to watch, as he's going to have his Sound Barrier up momentarily. He cannot take damage like that readily. They do Sound Barrier here. Perhaps momentarily, as he did boop him away. Kib has got his Dragon Blade out. He's going for it in the backlines. Takes down Zebo there. That is one Dragon Blade out as Nevix tries to answer with his own Dragon Blade. Nevix does not get the value that Kib got out of his. Valataja is still alive on the point, trying to clean up the rest of this mess. There is Winston, not long for this world. Winghaven chimes in with 3 kills of his own, and that is going to be Reunited taking this point back. But there is going to be one last push for Misfits at 94%. Winner of the next fight will win this stage. Unfixed does have his Graviton, going to try to deny entry, and really smart here as they put Kib up top so they can see which angle they're going to come in on. It's really, their Graviton is just denied. Smart to trickle in here. If they all came in at the same time, the Graviton would completely shut them down. Graviton does go to the left side on the doorway. That is not the Graviton from Unfixed. Unfixed waits, pops this in there. There goes the Graviton, and the Pulse Bomb Valataja adds into there. Can soon bring this back for his team. He's one of the only ones left. He does get a couple kills. He is discorded as a third kill, but Valataja cleans him up. It is only Nevix left on the point. Can he bring it back? It is 1v2 right now. Not a great situation for a dueler, even such as Genji. Reunited takes it away. It is so close between these two teams, 90 to 90. Yeah, but that is Reunited taking first stage. They are one stage away from taking this draw tiebreaker, from taking Temple of Anubis and forcing us into a Game 5.
Yeah, let's move it, people. Healing boost.
Hey, we got a basket. No one was even cheating with the Symmetra too. Quality baskets made, so maybe that is the what they need here. They do switch up some roles though, as Nevix is going to come onto the Zarya. Crew is going to rotate onto the Reaper, so those two are switching roles here, maybe trying to find something a little different. Nevix actually switches late onto a Genji instead. Okay, so 3 DPS is actually what they're running.
Oh, this is my jam.
This is what they've been most successful with all day. You know, use what got you there. Rib is going to be the solo tank for this team. Rib does find Valataja, it pressures him down a little bit in the back lines. Crew does die really early to Winghaven though. Hidan trying to get some damage on. He's been great, but that is going to be him taken out by the opposing Lucio. And soon, not long for this world, as Kib takes him out as well. So right now, all the kills in favor of Reunited as they do get this first point capture rather easily. Valataja got some work done there as he is already at 75% on his ultimate charge. So soon in Valataja locked in Mortal Kombat yet again. Valataja does get the heals though, coming back in and getting some damage done onto the opposing team. Already at 95%. There goes his pulse bomb. He has it at the ready. He did see a support that he wanted to deal with, but Kib stole that kill from him. However, there has been some nice kills from Misfits during this engagement as they took down 3. Kib is very, very low, is taken down by Nevix with a nice dash through to the top. Valataja and Cruz, the only ones remaining on this point. Some nice tracking there from Soon, takes down Cruz. Nevix also joining in on that fight. Winghaven comes in very late. This is try to just stall out and make sure that they cannot cap it, but he does get deleted immediately. Morte punishes Soon for a little bit of hubris going very deep on that. Luckily, Soon did not have to waste any ultimates, though we are entering the ultimate phase of the game. And the big thing that is the difference, though, is that Reunited is going to have a Graviton, whereas running this solo tank on the side of Misfits, they are not going to be able to. They do give up a lot of time on this point, but Morte goes down very early. Pulse Bomb does whiff. Sound Barrier comes out, but Kib is on his Dragon Blade. That Sound Barrier is going to prevent a lot of the damage. Kib's still looking for more in the backline. Hidan did go down to Valataja during that fight. Counter Dragon Blade coming up from Nevix. Can Nevix get some more? 2 people on his team died. He does not find the people he is looking for. Valataja took out Crew and Zebo there. Nevix is going to be taken out as 2 beam heroes have him in their sights. Soon did get back in here, takes out Valataja, so that has been his biggest threat all day. But Cruz does find a boop target there, takes him out. Very back and forth. 30% for Misfits as Reunited flips it back over, about to get 40% of their own. Valataja with the Pulse Bomb ready. Crew did take out a Kib there on their way in, so that's an entry kill that you might want to try to work with here. The Pulse Bomb does come in late. Forces out the Transcendence, though. Transcendence is out for both sides as they do that awkward dance in the middle. Both transcends, keeping everyone alive. Valataja does take down Soon in a battle of all time. Kib is kind of, or Rib rather, trying to force him out. Winghaven all alone. Here comes the Dragon Blade from Kib as he gets in, takes down Nevix. Hidan does take down Kib, though. Hidan has done some really nice counterplays today, but he's taken out by himself as well, as Valataja continues to stay alive on this point, gets another couple kills, doing so much damage. Can he chase down Soon? He would love to take down his counterpart, but Soon does get a giant pack, not able to finish off that kill.
Sound barrier is almost ready.
Reunited probably needs to win one more fight. Yeah, Kib also noticing what I've been noticing. Hidan, no matter the situation, you kill me. Hidan has been a thorn in Kib's side so far. You would not expect that to be the case. Valataja does come in here with his Pulse Bomb. He misses. Soon also has a Pulse Bomb of his own up. He is all over the place. He's trying to get the back line to take down Morte. The Sound Barrier does come off, so if he wants to do Morte, now is the time. He decides to rewind and go back. Ends up with 0 kills instead there. I think he should have dealt with Morte as he got the Sound Barrier boost. He would have been completely safe to take down that support all by his lonesome. But Nevix does get in here with a couple kills. Soon is doing a lot of damage. Can Morte actually get taken down? Morte is still alive with like 0 health right now. Morte defying death. Finally taken out by Nevix in the backside as soon as switches targets over to Winghaven here. Winghaven being very low right now. Should get taken out. Winghaven, how is Winghaven alive? Okay, Don just take out Winghaven. Everyone very low right now. Cruz is jumping around, jumping in. It should be Misfits taking this point back. I doubt he will have to use Pulse Bomb here. There comes a Dragon Blade from Kib. No, that was just a dash through Kib, clearing his Dragon Blade though. Pulse Bomb does come out from Valataja. They are not giving this point back up. Here comes a Dragon Blade from Kib, and yeah, they clean it up enough that they're able to take this point. Reunited takes Lijiang Tower in the draw. They take Temple of Anubis. We're tied up 2-2. We're going to a final map of the set. Winner stays up in the winner bracket. Loser goes down to face Ninjas in Pajamas tomorrow in the lower bracket of the Lenovo Cup. Yeah, it's good that Crew's got to play the game, and yes, a lot of that is environmental, but he's been showing up at the kill feed a lot. A lot of it has been like right clicks, his boobs, that when someone gets close to him, they end up being low enough health that he is just booping them off the edge. The edge of death, that is. Alright, well, my laptop died, so rest in peace my chat experience. Try to, you know, keep an eye on chat when I get a chance up here. But to set the stage, Hanamura, Reunited versus Misfits, tied up 2-2. Winner stays up here, does not have to face Ninja Pajamas tomorrow. That's what they're fighting for. That's what's at stake here. In the Lenovo Cup, brought to you by WePlay TV. This has been a fun tournament, a fun set, a fun series between these two teams. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It has been great so far, but we still have more for you today. This is the last set of the day. Make sure you come back tomorrow to watch the conclusion of this tournament. I will be here tomorrow. Alright, we do have someone who needs a brief break. And I'm going to actually try to run and get a brief coffee break too. So 15 seconds. If it starts, I'll be back in time, I promise. Alright, coffee is refilled. My energy level's back up. Zebo says he's ready. I'm ready. Hope you're ready. Question in chat is it Morte or just Mort? Well, that has been a long discussion. I've always called him Morte. So it'd be very difficult for me now to adjust to just Mort. I know some other casters call him Mort. Mort sounds like someone who does your taxes. Actually, I think a friend of mine's accountant's was named Mort, so I like Morte. Muerte. Is it Morta? Morta? I don't know. Morte is kind of what I've always called him, so I'll try to readjust. I've made adjustments on names before that I forced myself to do it. So, waiting on Reunited. Reunited now has a water closet break of themselves for themselves. What is this new emote? Is it a BTT emote? I don't understand it. I like it though. I like it. Alright, so just waiting for Reunited to get back. I do not blame these teams for having to take a bit of a break. This has been an extremely long and drawn-out series. So much so that, you know, we might even go to a tiebreaker here. And now if we draw again, I believe we'll have to go to Ilios. So, just waiting for the teams to get back. It should just be a moment here. I get paid in loot boxes. I wish I got paid in loot boxes. So this new emote is pretty interesting. Are you actually counting in chat? See, I'm on a delay, so I'm seeing you guys count in chat. I wonder if I get back in 15 seconds or not. I don't think I do. Wow, chat. You're interesting, chat. I wonder if I got back in time. I don't think I did. Alright, so as we calm down here and wait for our final map, Hanamura, pretty interesting. I don't know if we're going to see the exact same kinds of compositions that we saw in Anubis. There are different styles of map. Would not really surprise me to see Pharah, but I'm always rooting for Pharah just because I enjoy watching the Pharah play. But Pharah on second point defense is really good because it's that wide open room. Second point offense can get very, very difficult to push. Mostly because you kind of have to go in top right. The problem is there's a lot of assault maps that it's just about gaining entry to the area, right? And once you have entry, you can start fighting. But with how big the final point is on Hanamura, gaining entry is only half the battle. They'll let you have entry, but then you have to fight, and you're still not even halfway to the point yet. So Hanamura is a map we don't see a lot of the times. I really doubt we're going to see either team try to cheese it out, cheesing it out being like a bastion strategy here or there, but anything is up for grabs. I actually do think on defensive first, you will probably see a Mei because just closing off that wall can be absolutely brutal for a team. Maybe the offensive team will run a Mei to go over that wall. We've seen that in GIF form before. Okay, just waiting on Reunited yet again. Keeping you abreast of the situation. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It's been fun. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. I mean, these games have been good, but we have actual winners and finality tomorrow. Alright, Reunited is giving us the R for ready. Although it did take so long, we might want to double check with Misfits. No, let's just jump right into it.
Traveling to Hanamura.
And make sure my overlay is ready when we're in here. Blue team is Misfits. Perfect. We are set. Red team is Reunited. So, Hanamura. Just as I expected, even though we're in the assemble hero phase. It is going to be Nevix on the Mei. I believe they will stick with that. Mei is just way too powerful on a lot of the assault maps. This one in particular on first point, as there's not flanking patterns. There's not any doors aside from the front door. Unless you have wall climbers and vertical heroes who can get through the tiny door over top. So, Nevix on Mei does not surprise really anyone, as this is going to be a Mei zone right here.
It's high noon somewhere in the world.
It is high noon somewhere in the world. Rib does take a jump off the edge just for funsies, but this defense rolling out for the side of Misfits. Nevix on that Mei, as I mentioned. Soon we'll play the McCree crew on the Reaper. So a triple DPS. This is something they've run all day. This is probably the only team I've seen that consistently runs single tank. Single tank will be Rib on the Reinhardt. Zebo is going to play that Lucio, of course, and Hadan, the bane of Kib, is going to be playing the Zenyatta. Offensively unfixed, and Winghaven will take up the mantle of a couple tanks, and Zarya and Reinhardt, Morte and Cruz will be doing the support on Zenyatta and Lucio respectively, and their DPS will be in the form of Kib and Balotaja on Genji and Tracer. So, Nevix cam right as he's probably just looking to get a wall up. That wall has a very long distance. You see it's on the ground. He's going to be completely safe. They're trying to. He does segment them off. That wall comes in, but they do get 4 in through the door. It is a 6v4 right now, though. That's exactly the power of the Mei. Winghaven takes out Crew, though. It's a little too close for comfort there. They're all backed up on these stairs. They try to take down the Mei, but they're going to rotate around. They did get that first kill. Now the entry takes down Nevix as well. Morte able to take him down. So, a lot of work being done by this team. Now, Balotaja looks for the cleanup. The Mei wall did not go exactly how they wanted because they lost players really early into it. Balotaja does take down Rib as well. Hadan does get discorded and deleted. Unfixed adds a kill. This is all Reunited right now. That is a very quick first point capture. No chance for Misfits to come back here and delay, but they do love the delay. The old delay. Crew comes in, buys them maybe a second, and feeds 250 health vaults. So, not ideal. Valatage's got a free pulse bomb as he does not have to hold on for a combo of any sorts, is how far away they're holding top right, but they could just be getting free time on the point. They do take the free time that they're offered here. The pulse bomb does come, and the beautiful pulse bomb is going to deny any follow-up for that Earth Shedder for Rib. Rib did try to take it down, but it is all reunited. 4 in the kill feed, 5 in the kill feed. There is only 1 left. It is simply Nevix on the point. Can he get this Blizzard down in time? He does get the Blizzard down. That should buy his team time to get out here at the very least. A clutch delay as Rib is going to come up here. Morte does take down Nevix after that fight. That Blizzard does only buys them a little bit of time as they are going to try to stall out. Hadan is going to come out here on the Transcendence. Crew gets a kill. That's huge. Any kill for the defense is absolutely great for them. The reinforced time is long. Not as long as some of the other maps, but still very nice for them. Graviton does come up and keeps them both off of the point as the Pulse Bomb comes in and cleans it up. Nevix still alive though. Zebo is going to have to get the sound barrier up to keep his team up. Rib, Zebo, and Nevix still trying to stall out on the point as they are just buying precious seconds for their team. Zebo still alive as Soon comes back into the fight. They need a kill or two to really have a chance of bringing this back. Here comes the delay from Hadan as he rolls onto the point on his Winston. Rib still alive on his desuited D.Va, not for long, taken out there. The Transcendence is going to come on, but Zebo does rotate down to the point just to keep a body on it. Nevix also dropping down the ice barrier, but he's not on the point. He's not on the point. He has to get on the point. He does not. They take it away. 5:35 in their time bank. A very nice first capture for Reunited. Are they pulling this series back?
0-2. Switching sides.
Well, Reunited looks comfortable on Hanamura. Definitely had a strategy there. Nevix did not get everything he wanted out of the Mei. The first wall was okay-ish. I think he let 4, maybe 5 in. They rotated in. Crew tried to come down on the back side here and clean it up, but he met a hammer of Winghaven right away and died early. They also lost another in there as Nevix did die on his Mei on the defense, so they were down too early, and the reinforcements on these assault maps are just way too long, so you're fighting 4v6 after that, and it was just an impossible uphill battle for them to climb. Misfits getting absolutely rolled over on first point and not much of a defense on the second point. It seemed like they were just in stall mode the entire time. They tried to hold that top right, which is an interesting gambit to attempt, but they just eventually had to rotate down, and rotating down means that you're not all in the position you want to be in anyway. The stall came out, which was okay-ish, but 5:35 left in the time bank is a great showing for Reunited. Alright, so on their offense, though, it does look like Misfits wants to run a D.Va on the offense. That's an interesting choice, kind of rotating over to a dive comp, unless that's just Crew who hasn't switched off from the hero that he was on last time. But Crew and Rib would be on the dive tanks there. We'll see if that does come to fruition. Again, on defense, we do see a Mei into action. That's going to be Kib rotating onto the Mei. They are running a triple DPS of their own, if you count Mei as DPS, as Valataje and Unfixed are both on Tracer and Reaper, respectively. Morte Cruz on support, and they're running single tank here. That's Winghaven. So a very similar composition to what Misfits wanted to do on defense last time. We'll see if they can run it a little bit better. Of course, we will keep eyes on the Kib cam. Oh, he wants an aggressive icicle. Gets it.
Everyone be careful out there.
So playing much more aggressive than Nevix did on this Mei as he's in position to wall them off as they come in on the left side. He does get down a couple, keeps Zarya out of the fight. Now he's going to bully down Hadan. Hadan goes down to a combination of Kib and Winghaven. Wow, that is 3 kills immediately. Soon does take down Morte in the back line, but that's not going to be enough, even though like the reinforcements are going to be a while away. This should be another kill as Kib continues to clean up. He's just going to heal himself up, get that ult nice and charged, already at 60% here. So right now they are going to be missing Morte on this next fight, but only momentarily, as they did bully them out far enough and staggered enough deaths that the next fight's not going to be great. Soon does get in on Kib. He tries to get back on the back lines. Kib is going to heal himself back up. We'll see what this fight wants to devolve into. Hadan does take out Valataje, though. Really nice for them. Nevix able to come in too. We'll see what Soon has going for us as he got a couple kills, took down Winghaven during that fight. He's looking to get the cleanup on Cruz. Rib does most of the work there, and they are able to clean him up. Only a Reaper on the point now. Reaper is getting absolutely brutalized here, just trying to stall it out, but that should be it. Soon able to take down Unfixed. They are going to grab this first point. I don't think there's going to be any stall from Reunited coming out. Now they're just ticking away. Where does Reunited want to set up here? They are going to keep Kib on this Mei as he's so close to the Blizzard. Mei is also just a decent enough hero on any point of this stage. So Unfixed does have his Death Blossom nearly up. Kib is going to be looking for that Blizzard as well, and just kind of keeping eyes on the team. Soon so far in the back line, all the way back there. Blizzard does come out on the point. It will extend above the point, so Soon does a good job of just getting out of there alive. Dragon Blade is coming down from Nevix, though, as he tries to clean up a couple. Does not get any kills right off the bat. Has to climb that wall to get back into the fight here. Decent job so far. Is Soon going to be able to nail his pulse? No, Unfixed takes down Soon. The pulse bomb came out from Balataja. Nevix continues to do a lot of damage here as he's trying to get some final kills, get some time on this point. They would love to at least get a third here, but it does not appear to be the case. They're getting bullied out. Nevix discorded, has to dash his way out, so that first push on to last is absolutely thwarted, and they are definitely going to have less time in their time bank, even if they are able to get the point here. A lot of ultimates up for this defense too, and not a ton to work with. Soon might just be saving this to try to get a Graviton Pulse Bomb, and his crew is only 15% away from that combination. Balataja is going to have the upper hand over here, as he did have an orb on him. Does dash out of that orb. Soundbarrier comes in though, so they do want to fight this right now. Earthshatter comes down onto Crew. Crew does get charged into the wall. Crew taken out, so that is not going to be a Graviton up and available, as he's only at 91% and dead in this fight now. Cruz does take down Crew in the final. Unfixed dates a 3-person Death Blossom on the entry through the front door. That's it. That pushes over.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Crew dying there early. I think they wanted to get him in there and have him sustain to a little more damage so that he would have his ultimate up and at the ready, and they could have comboed it with Soon. However, they are going to have that up for this next fight. Their time already worse than Reunited's first push, though. Interesting to see what angle they want to take, what door they want to take. Not necessarily everyone has to push through the same door, but it seems like Crew is going to be the initiator here. He does see them up top. Now, they can't necessarily do the combo they want because right now Soon is not up there to be able to deal with that. The Blizzard does come down. That is kind of very far forward, so Soon does take down Winghaven up top. Nevix in here with his Dragon Blade trying to get some work done. He does find Ana in the backfield as Crew switched off to Ana. Some nice kills early here. That Balataja Pulse Bomb absolutely whiffed. So Nevix cleaning up. They do have most of the kills here right now. The stall is coming out from Mei on the point. She does go off below the point. That is 2 ticks already done. Now the stall game in full effect as Winghaven comes out onto the Diva, trying to just buy some time. Buying time. That clock is ticking away. It will be a worse time regardless. Can they bring it back? You need some kills on the left side of the kill feed if you're the defending team to pull this out. But Soundbearer is going to come out, really stifle any sort of option that has. That nice Graviton. That is a lockout ultimate, and you see exactly why they are able to finish off the point, but about 90 seconds slower than Reunited.
Score 2-2.
Alright, so we're in for a back and forth here on Hanamura to decide who is going to the lower bracket tomorrow in our Lenovo Cup. It is very close. Reunited had the edge there, just a little bit of a cleaner assault on their final push there. Not stopped at all on their first assault on Hanamura here. It does seem like both teams have what they want to run pretty much figured out. It is going to be the Misfits on attack again, as they have 357 in their time bank. Kib taking a while to decide what he wanted to run, but I think Mei is just too good to pass up in these situations. He is sorry. He's got his spray game on point. Quality skin for Mei as well. But neither team really switching up either offense or defense what they want to do. It is defensively running 3 DPS and a single tank on Winghaven as well. So both teams adopting the style of the other team on Hanamura here. No variations thus far. Gotta say, Kib's spray game is on point. It was on point when he was Roadhog. It's on point as Mei. So he's got it going. Now he's taking a little more defensive approach because he got bullied in on when he was taking the side. What they're going to do is they're probably going to send Soon into the side. Yep, Soon went in the side already. That is why Kib is over here because he knows that Soon is going to be trying to hunt him down there. The wall is a little too late, but it does mean that there is going to be no retreat. He does find Hadan over here all alone. Snipes him out as Kib takes on Hadan really early. That's a nice pick, taking out the support. Kib takes down both supports. So goes Zebo. Kib on a rampage right now, taking down 2. Crew does take down Balataja in turn. It is 4v4, but those 4 up include no supports for Misfits right now, and Reunited will clean this up rather easily, mostly based on Kib taking down Hadan early and then hitting a very nice Icicle on Zebo. And where your team is only 4 in and those 4 have 0 support, 0 healers, you are in for trouble. So very nice play early on from Kib. Actually, let's just hang out on the Kib cam. The Kib spray cam. Yeah, the wall wasn't that great. This wall much better, but they still do gain entrance here. And he's just picking off supports. He takes on Zebo again. He's going to get hit on again. Kib is just eating up these supports. They do have 4 on the point. Crew is going to try to get something done here, but Crew also getting bullied out here. Also taken down by Kib. Now here comes Nevix on the Dragon Blade. He's going to have to go absolutely huge. Huge is not 1 kill. That is not enough. Right now, Kib is just putting on a Mei clinic. It's not so much that he's getting kills, it's the heroes that he's killing have been supports. He's taken on both supports both times. What are they going to do to deal with him? Because they would like to send Soon in here to deal with him, but he's been prepared for it. He took down Soon, so he knows that's not going to be an option late. They are sending Nevix over the top to try to at least bully him out here. The walls haven't been ideal, but his cleanup afterwards has been absolutely fine. You know, wall even available there is he's just going to wait for them all to come in. Soundbarrier is coming up to defense. He wants to take down who's ever on this point is going to be the one he wants to fight. It is going to be a Primal Rage Winston right now. That's Blizzard does come down a little bit late. Lucio is able to get out of this with the help of the bubble. Nope, he gets frozen just by the M1, but Soon, meanwhile, is taking down a couple on the back line. Soon is trying to bring this back for his team with a 3rd kill with the help of Don. He is able to take it down. They get 4 kills, and yeah, Kib's been playing well, not that well. He comes in, Soon takes him out. So they are going to be able to pick up this point, but not after, not before a very long delay by Kib on his Mei. Really nice play, Mei. Mei play Mei, etc. It's been a long day. Crew on his offense here does have the sound barrier up, so they're going to be looking to combo this. You'd have to think soon enough, as Soon is only 5% away from a pulse bomb of his own. The problem is like where they're going to be positioned that they can actually nail a good graviton. Sound barrier comes in, so they're going to force them off their sound barrier is now down. Pulse bomb did come on, but they are going to transcend out of it. No kills from this pulse bomb from Soon, but they are getting a lot of damage done. The Death Blossom comes in from unfixed, only gets 1. Rib is getting some cleanup of his own. They do take out Kib, who's been a big thorn in their side, an icicle in their side, if you will. They are now on the huge advantage here as 4 kills have come down. They're going to get 2 ticks for free. Can they stall this out? A nice closeout ultimate yet again as Primal Rage denies entry. Beautiful closeouts. This has been 2 times in a row now that they've really figured out how to close out these maps. You save your tank ults for the closeout. Primal Rage from Rib was the closeout there. The previous closeout was their Zarya Graviton. Nice way to finish out a map. Misfits making it a match. 117 left as they captured 2 points there. 5:35 left in Reunited's time bank. Oh, these could not get any closer. But Kib, absolutely reign of terror there. Able to take down both of the supports there. Soon finally got his own, rhythm going. Brought them back into it with a nice triple kill of his own. Alright, so it looks like no big changes out of either side. Defense is going to run triple DPS. Actually, this is a bit of a change as they're not running Mei. I think it's a smart change too, because Nevix did not have a very good game on Mei when he chose to run it. And now there is kind of fitting your team to the meta and doggishly fitting your team to the meta. If it's not working and you're not playing it well, then just get off of it. I mean, Mei's good, and she's really good here. We saw exactly what Kib could do on it. But if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. There's no reason to run it when you just don't think it's correct. So Nevix has had a great day on Genji. That's what he's going to be on first here. Both teams running a single tank in Reinhardt's on both sides. Both teams running... Well, no, never mind. Unfixed is on the defensive or on the offensive. Sorry. So Valtasha sees Reaper, just bails right past him. He does get discorded, and he is on the backline. Crew says, I found you. I got eyes on you. I know exactly where you are. Takes on Valtasha, but both Tracers down as Winghaven hits a nice charge onto Soon. Nevix is poking back on the back lines, though, as he is able to combine and take down Winghaven. Both teams with a couple down, but this actually bodes well for the offense as they have a faster reinforcement path. So right now, they need to not trade out. Does the defense? Defense needs to play a little passively. Crew probably trying to bait them in as he wanted to get his couple free shots in. So far, defense has been able to reinforce and re-engage, holding strong right now. Valtasha trying to poke around on the point, has to rewind, is trying to just damage in the shield. Kib, meanwhile, takes down a couple. That is an advantage for Reunited, but it does look like Winghaven all alone on point. Gets a nice bubble. Valtasha is still trying to do a ton of damage. Gonna have Pulse Bomb up momentarily. The moment has come. He's gonna try to get in the back lines. No need to use the Pulse Bomb onto Rib there, as that was gonna be his design. They're gonna take this first point rather easily. It's going to be a lot of time for Reunited to grab this second point. Do we see any switch-ups on the defense? It does not appear so. They're going to be happy with the composition that they're running so far. Right now, it looks like they do want to hold the high ground top left. That has been kind of the pattern we've seen teams devolve into. So Genji's tossing shurikens at each other. The ult's advantage is going to be negligible for either team. Both look like they will have up what they want momentarily. Both all reaching, you know, those 70s and 80s levels. Unfixed still 20% away from a Graviton. Well, Dragon Blade's out for both sides, but it is going to be Nevix trying to deal with this damage that's coming up from the Transcend. It is Kib getting the better part of it so far. On the other side is Kib has gotten a couple kills. Kib now still alive on the point. He gets Sound Barrier too, trying to take out this Discorded Tracer. He does so with a nice dash. Kib with a couple kills. It does look like Reunited is in great position to bring this back. Is the stall game going to be strong? Rib does have to switch off. He's onto the Diva on this stall game, but stall game gets much more difficult when there's a Zenyatta on the field. They try to get on the point, but not quite able to touch it. A great closeout ultimate as a Graviton comes up over the right-hand side. Wow, a very last second stall out from Soon as he's on the point. Crew also on the point as well. This is just about seconds. They don't really have any designs of being able to pull this back as everyone is trickling on, is getting discorded and deleted. Soon back on the point. No kills so far for the defense as they try to bring it back. The Sound Barrier is momentarily going to be able to come down. Earthshatter does come down and miss as well. So Cruz is going to try to get this Sound Barrier on for his team. Nevix back on the point. Zebo back on the point. The Crew does try to Death Blossom, gets cleaned up immediately. Zebo does not get the Sound Barrier down. No, Zebo did not have the Sound Barrier. My apologies. It was going to be the Sound Barrier for Reunited. They are able to bring it back 117 to 311. Back and forth. Now 117 does not seem like a lot of time, but if you've been here all day, you know what Misfits can do with a minute left on the clock.
4. Switching sides.
All right, 117 on the time bank for Misfits as it's tied up 4-4. Reunited 311. 311. Well, it does appear that Kib is going to stay on this Mei, and why wouldn't you? So that is going to be who we want to watch early on. Mei's Reign of Terror, and also we just want to watch Kib's rollout because his spray game is strong. Mei is sorry. Alright, it does look like offense from Misfits. Gonna add in a second tank at the very least. So Rib and Crew gonna be on a couple tanks there. 2-2-2 coming out from the offense of Misfits. But Kib has been the one to shut down the support heroes. He's gonna be looking to do so again on his Mei. Single tank here on the side of Reunited as Winghaven is the solo tank.
To a new adventure.
Some interesting positioning here from Kib. He's never been in the same spot twice because he knows that the other team is going to be targeting him if he does so. He does get jumped on immediately. He has to ice block his way out of it. They know that the problem last time was Kib. Valataja takes down Nevix. In the meantime, is Soon still alive. He's looking for kills of his own. Gets in the backline onto Morte, but he is stuck in a bad spot right now. Yeah, all alone in the corner. Absolutely cleaned up by Unfixed. Crew is on the point trying to get some damage done, but it has been all Reunited so far. It is Kib still alive. It is Kib still harassing and terrorizing supports. He does get a little bit low, but is able to keep himself alive as Unfixed cleans up his mess and able to take down Hidan and Zebo late in that fight. So, Kib again rotating. He knows that like he is the prime target, and right now he just wants to stay alive as much as he can and probably drop down a Blizzard onto this point. Last push incoming for Misfits, and then Reunited would set themselves up to win this map and then conversely the set. So Kib with a nice wall up does deny the Winston from coming in over the top. He does stay alive. Winston does come over the top. The Blizzard onto the point as they have to deny any sort of pressure here. He does take down Zarya. Now he's on to Hidan. That Sound Barrier does come off. It saves a lot of people's lives, but Unfixed and Valataja continue to go. That is 4 kills. That is it. That is going to be Reunited holding this point, setting themselves up with a fairly easy win condition. 3 minutes and 11 seconds to capture first point, win the map, and win the set.
Score 4-4. Switching sides.
This has been just an insane series, an insane set, an insane tournament by extension. I've casted a lot of these Lenovo games. I have just seen a lot of things I'm not used to seeing on a lot of this. It has been super fun. Of course, we have more tomorrow. As exhausted as I'm going to feel after this set and after these games finish off tonight, it is going to be that much more fun tomorrow. So now, in adjustment to knowing what the win condition is, Misfits is going to run a Mei on this defense. They did not do well with it their first time out. Nevix had switched onto the Genji a couple times, but they know this is it. They have to hold first, and 3 minutes holding first is no easy task. One of the best ways to do it, perhaps, is with a Mei. Can Nevix get his Kib on and get the value out of Mei that Kib was able to get? He did not the first time they ran it. It's going to be extremely difficult, but I'm not ready to count this Misfits team out of anything today. They have proven time and time again that you just can't bet against them, especially on assault maps. So we'll see what they have. Nevix in the sneaky spot on the corner. All right, offense running 2-2-2. Balotage and Kib on the DPS heroes, and soon on his McCree. Takes a ton of damage incoming, actually. They are getting very aggressive on this defense. They want to wall off and delete right away. The wall comes in late. The wall does not come in at all. He does bait out the charge. They're going for it here. Winghaven kind of out of position now, leaving his team all alone as Soon takes down Balotage. Mei in on Kib right now. Kib goes down too. That is 2 very nice kills on the defense early as Winghaven. Maybe that with charge was not what he wanted. Again, he charges in, does get the ice block off though early. Nevix was so far a much better game on his Mei. It has not been about the wall, it's been about baiting the charge from Winghaven. Winghaven got away from his team and was killed immediately, and then tried to charge again. Not great. Balotage is here with his pulse bomb though. Does not get what he's looking for. Soon has had a couple nice kills. Winghaven does take down Rib though, so it is 1 tank, 2 0 tanks. Is Hanum going to come down from Soon? Yes, it does come down. Do they find anything? No, not yet. He does get booped down by Cruz, who drops out of nowhere. Takes him down. The sound barrier is going to come out. Is Nevix able to get any more damage onto this Mei? They need the damage now that Soon is down. Crew does take down Cruz. A little K on K action. The Transcendence comes down. Winghaven not long for this world as he's getting bullied out too. Charged and killed by Mei. Nevix still alive here on this point. It is going to be Kib trying to bail out, and they have weathered the storm so far. They should be able to get their reinforcements in here on sign. Soon did switch to Tracer. I think he wanted to run the McCree, but dying early means that he did not want to take the long, very slow McCree walk, so he's on his Tracer. Nevix is going to have his Blizzard up too. They've already taken half the time off the clock. 90 seconds left. Nevix is going to be looking for this ice wall. They do have a ton of ultimates to work with on the side of Reunited. Balotage most notably is going to have his pulse bomb. The wall comes in just to deny any sort of entry. Only Kib got in here. Kib, wow, he's taking a lot of damage. Can they finish him up? They do finish him up, but Balotage takes on Rib in the meantime, so it's 1v1. Soon getting some work done. Here comes the Blizzard though. It's going to really slow down Winghaven. It slow down and isolates Winghaven. Really nice work from Nevix on his Mei. That should be the end of that push. The good thing for Reunited is that they didn't have to use ults there. They did not waste any ults. They're going to have everything they're looking for except for Pulse Bomb, which would be nice to use with this Graviton, but Unfixed has the Graviton up. Could be a game-changing ultimate. They're also going to have Sound Barrier up, a huge ultimate advantage here. That Blizzard came on and it did kill Winghaven, but it only got 1 on it, so they're not going to have much to work with. Maybe Crew can get a giant Death Blossom up, but here comes the Genji Sword. Kib comes in on the back line, is able to take down Hidan immediately. Vitalia goes down early there. The Graviton does come in. Kib still trying to look for more. Crew does take down Unfixed. Winghaven takes on Crew in return. Kib still alive, still dancing around. Cruz and Winghaven and Morte all adding kills. This is looking very, very good for Reunited. The Sound Barrier does come off late as there's a couple remaining alive. Mei on the point is Nevix. Nevix does wall off, and he's all alone with Kib in the corner. Cruz does come in with another kill. Cruz has been dropping down out of nowhere on these kills. Is that it? Is there anyone who can come contest this point? It does not appear to be the case. They are already at 2% ticks on this. Only one more tick does come up. Kib kills Hidan, who was trying to come in. Crew is going to maybe get here in time. No, he gets booped off. Cruz boops him away. The Dragon Blade does come out. Kib gets back on this, or Rib gets back on this point, but he's met with a Pulse Bomb by Balotage. Reunited brings it back from the brink. They have won the last 2 assault maps, going to a draw on Temple of Anubis, and now they pull back Hanamura. Reunited is your winner in the upper bracket of the Lenovo Cup. They will be waiting the winners of Ninjas in Pajamas versus Misfits tomorrow. What a fantastic set we had today. I'm going to take a second. Let's watch the play of the game.
Play of the match.
冻住，不许走！
Whew. Thanks everyone for sticking with me through these very long and exciting sets today. That is Reunited solidifying their spot in the grand finals of the Lenovo Cup. And you're asking yourself like, wow, that was amazing. When can I see this tournament actually finish? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is when this tournament will actually finish. I believe we start at 1 Eastern. I don't know if that's certain or not. Double check on the GosuGamers.net website. We have a match ticker up there as well for tournament-wise. But you know, a really easy way to find out when we start tomorrow? Follow that nerd right there on Twitter. He'll tweet out when we are going to go live tomorrow. Follow the channel broadcast here. No one had a bad game today. I mean, Soon had one match that I kind of got on him a little bit, but this was an amazing set from both teams. And if you're a fan of Misfits, Misfits is going to play tomorrow. That's how we're going to open the day. Misfits is going to play Ninjas in Pajamas tomorrow. The loser is out of the cup. They are out of the tournament, so that is going to be a great way to open it up. And then we're going into our finals. Reunited will await the winner of that set to open up tomorrow. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. A wonderful day of sets today. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that is Hexagrams on Twitter. I actually do have designs on starting to stream on Twitch again. I have plans. I've made a schedule. I talked to someone I want to stream with because I don't want to solo queue all the time, so we're trying to set a schedule. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/hexagrams. I don't know what more there is to say, and I've been talking for hours and hours now. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. I will be here. I will walk you through the finals. We have 2 more sets. You've been here with me this entire time through groups, through playoffs. Might as well check it out tomorrow. That's it for me today. This has been the Lenovo Cup brought to you by WePlay TV. I'm Hexagrams, and you know what? I'll just see you tomorrow.